Hey, I'm Michael Lowe Holland, known as a Kodaken in the gaming and BS community, and elsewhere a little bit as a freelance writer and all-around gaming nerd. I am playing Arna the Barbarian. She is pretty tough, and I'm looking forward to kicking some butt with her.
All right, so I'm Eric. I've been playing role-playing games a long time, and this is my first time playing low fantasy gaming, and I am playing Quintus the Fighter.
Hello, I'm Carl. It was also my first time playing low fantasy gaming. I am playing Belka the Monk.
I'm Dave. Dave J. You'll probably see me at cons pretty much anywhere. I'm playing Magda the Cultist, and I'm calling in from Queensland in Australia. Not quite, but yeah. Yeah.
In theory, I don't know about it in application, but you know. I notice on my character that there's a current and max hit points, and my current hit points are greater than my max. And I'm just wondering why that is and whether I should reset it. Okay. I've got my furnace on. I can turn it off. Hang on. Yeah, sorry.
It does, yeah. I thought that was you, Hobbs. Like you had like a washer in the background, or you had you're running this game. You're running this game with while driving. I did have a question, Jason, Hobbs. So I have this like monk techniques, and I have 3 things. Where is that located in the book? And I can look at it myself, or I have formless water, iron fist, fork the river. In the monk section, that those techniques are listed. Explain.
Yeah, I changed it.
All fairly straightforward. Yeah.
It is early. I feel you.
Mhm. I want to know what time it is for Dave. What time is it for you, Dave? It's +10.
12:30, 12:37 in the morning.
Oh wow, he's late night.
That is hardcore and dedicated.
Yeah, that's very hardcore.
Committed or should be, one of the two.
All right. What do I need to roll? We hear you.
Yeah.
Test.
For whatever reason, I'm on the wrong mic. Here we go. So I'm pretty sure nothing important's happened in the last 23 minutes of me talking. So don't anyone be alarmed who's watching this video back. All right, Quintus, roll 2d6. Or Eric, I guess. Quintus can't roll dice, can he? A 7. All right. Roll a d3. A 1. Oh, this is perfect for you. So basically, since maybe you were captured more recently and you are exhausted and you start with 1 less point of strength. So there's a max and then there's a current. So you can just lovingly remove 1 point of strength for now. Thanks for being here, Pummel Run Day. Sorry about that. No sound. Thanks for letting me know. All right, who's next? Carl. Roll 2d6. None of these are good. Some of them just aren't as bad as some of the others. An 8. All right. Roll 2d4. 4. All right. So on your character sheet, just mark off 4 rations if there are any, or water supplies. But you don't have any anyway. But when we find your stuff, it'll be less from it was messed up from parasites or infected water that you took or whatever. All right. So Michael, roll 2d6. A 5. All right, so we aren't going to know what the effects of that are right now. All right, what about you, Dave? Your turn.
Oh, wow.
2d6.
Yep. A 6. All right, so count up the mundane items on your character sheet. You can do this on your own. Count them up, and then roll randomly to see which one was lost. So, like, if we get into an area that you can find your equipment, you're not going to find that. Armor and shields don't. No weapons or armor count. So just your mundane items. All right, good work. So far, so good. I have to pee a lot. I don't know if it's because I'm old or because I drink too much coffee in the morning or whatever. So I'll usually take like a couple minute breaks every hour. And then like at the halfway point, we'll take a little longer break. During the session, if you do any... So this game has an optional rule where you can do advancements between level gains. So you can gain the portions of your character throughout. And so we're going to play with that a little bit at the halfway point. So if you gain any advancements, just mark it on your sheet or a piece of paper somewhere, and then we'll roll to see what those advancements are. So for the second half of the game, then you could maybe have some extra stuff, like you may have your next level's hit points, you may have another thing that you got from the next level. All right. So let's get this show on the road. I commend you for starting a game willingly captured, because I'm not sure that is a common situation.
Oh, the commenter is saying that we're being commended.
What's that? Someone on this Twitch said you guys are being commended. You were.
Yeah, we're being commended.
Yeah, hell yeah. A lot of times
Being captured.
You're not
being
too
instantly
often.
railroaded in a world without railroads.
That's right. Oops. See how well this map worked out, because I might have made this in the middle of the day or in a game, or who knows what I did. Let's put a little light on this subject. Let's see if the lighting is going to work. Of course not. It worked in all of my tests. Trust me. Trust me. Seriously. Can you see me now?
We're still on the
No, I know. I'm just...
overland map.
I'm teasing. I'm trying to get some sight in here so you guys would actually be able to see, but for whatever reason, it isn't working. So you want to see the place that you can't see anything? Where am I? Right here. I don't even know what map we're on here.
That's a big map.
It is a big map. I do lots of fun stuff with maps. I don't know why.
There we are.
You can see yourselves? Oh, yeah. You can see yourselves, but you can't see anything else. And you should be able to.
Yep. Yeah, I saw a flash of jungle for just a second, but then it all went black.
And then it all went black. Famous words there. All right. Let me see what I did wrong. That's on. Like I said, of course, I tested this last night with characters, and it worked fine. Let me see if it's just... I have to restore, maybe. I would apologize, but it's probably going to happen again. I am sorry, but I don't know how to change it at this point. Let's see here. Let me get a token. This is strange, but it happens sometimes, guys. I'm not proud.
Hey.
Oh, why is that giant dude there? Get out of here, Quintus. All right, well, that torch is working. So we will say that torch is there. So you guys have found yourselves at each square here is about 5 feet, and then you are in a pit, and it's about 15 feet high, and there's almost always 2 guards that are up there. They throw you some slop down, which is normally raw fish. You can see at times that the eyes are white and blind, so you're pretty sure you're underground. There's always lots of different sounds. The strange clicking and whistling muted language of these skinks. And strangely enough, you can smell moisture, so it almost always is kind of damp and cloying down here. You're just in your beach clouts. So about it's hard to tell time, but more recently there was some hubbub that you could just, everything seemed to get really excited, and you could hear the sound of people running around and doing things. You figure you guys haven't been here that long. Like Quintus was the most recent addition, so not more than a day, you wouldn't guess. So you're hoping someone maybe was marking, the number of feedings that you got or something, and it probably hasn't been much more than 3 or 4 days since the ambush. And just now, another hubbub occurred, and you could hear people running around, and it seemed like there was mixed like exultation sounds or the sounds of distress. And one of the skink guards also left, so you can only hear one up there, and he seems to be quite agitated and not necessarily paying attention to you. So this is like the first opportunity since you guys have been here that you could possibly make some sort of escape. And I didn't make up any plans for how you would escape. I'm leaving that to y'all. All right, so I guess I don't know how we want to start. Does anyone have any ideas, maybe what they want to do?
How high is the ledge there, or what is it?
About 12 or 15 feet high.
Yeah. With only one guard, it's easier for. This is our chance, boys, girls, to get out.
Looking for an opportunity to wrap my fingers around the throats.
I'm going to go over to Arna and whisper in her ear, I will boost you up, and you take the guard out. Or throw him in the pit, and we'll all take care of him.
It sounds good to me. Arna starts stretching a little bit. She grabs one of the fish on the ground and bites the head off of it, chews it up, offers it to Magda. Gotta keep the energy up.
All right, so let's say you can make a acrobatics or athletics test to get up there, but you can do it at advantage. Like a critical, I usually try to tell you what the stakes are up front. So like a critical failure would mean probably the worst possible thing, like you're falling from 10 feet, so you might take damage. Great success would be you get up there without the skink knowing. Success is you get up there. Failure is you get up there, but he knows and he has time to try and keep you down in here, like stabbing you with his spear. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Arna does her best to look for handholds and work her way with the boost up the edge there.
All right. All right. So a success. Good work. Most of my games are the Price is Right system, so that would be the perfect roll, and that would be the absolute best. But since this has the other resolution mechanics, it's just a success. So as I said, you get up there. Arna, you can just, or maybe you can't, I'll move your token up here, and you can see that there's like a small palisade that this guy is on this side, and you probably can't see much more than that. So Arna is up there, and now we will go into initiative. So in initiative, it's all player facing as far as initiative goes. You just click that initiative button, and if you roll your dex or below, you're going to go first. The only time that doesn't work is if you're fighting a boss monster, and that means you need a great success on your initiative check in order to go before that. So go ahead and roll initiative. All right, a success. Everyone can go ahead because maybe you other guys want to do something. Yeah. All right.
Where is that initiative button?
That's on the upper right. You don't see it?
Under statistics.
Got it. Okay, I found statistics. So I see hit point initiative. There it is. Okay.
All right, so
Got it.
Quintus, you got a great success. Arna has just left, but you can hear the surprised squeal of the skink up there. What are you going to do?
I'm going to start climbing.
Okay. Why don't you make an athletics or acrobatics check? A great success. So you'll be up there next round. All right. That was Quintus. Magda failed. All right. So Belka and Arna. Arna, why don't you go? Because then maybe that'll help. And you guys can decide amongst yourselves if when you guys go in the round, you don't have to go right when it's your turn. And there's also the reactions of 5e here. If there's nothing you want to do, you just kind of say, hey, if this happens, I want to do that. You have a move action, and you usually have an attack action. There's some different things you can do in any of those. If you have something you want to do, just say it, and I will go get my tuxedo cat and pet it. Maisie, come here. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
All right, Arno reaches out and grabs that skink, and I'm going to slam it up against the wall and try to get my arms around its throat in a headlock, or just get my hands around its throat to try and prevent it from screaming out to raise any further guards.
All right, so that sounds like a major exploit. So why don't you go ahead and make an attack? It's an unarmed attack, so you can just roll 20 normally.
Oh, I rolled 2 on accident.
That's all right. So the 6 is not going to do it. So the little skink is a wily sucker, and he dodges out of your grasp. So Belka.
Gonna try to climb up.
All right, you're just climbing up normally. So same thing, acrobatics or athletics.
Acrobatics. Okay. Great success.
All right. So a great success means that you can get up there in your move action and do something this round.
All right. Well, he's gonna, since the skink is distracted, he's gonna punch the skink.
Go for it.
His bare fists. It's probably a miss. It says extra attack here.
So you'd have to look at it. When you say extra attack, I think the monk. I'm not that familiar with the monk, 'cause I don't play it very often. Or 2 unarmed attacks. So
they may get an extra attack each turn with a punch, kick, or headbutt. Okay.
there you go.
If armed with 2 weapons. Okay. I get an extra attack.
Yep.
Right, so he's
The
gonna
second
try to
one-
punch when.
Is the second one at disadvantage? I guess I don't know. It may not be. See.
This extra attack does not suffer disadvantage
There you
unless
go.
the monk is using a 2-handed weapon. You're gonna go climb up there, kind of cheam up very quickly, and then punch, and then kind of like kick
Go for it.
creature. It's even worse. All right.
Yeah. So 7 is gonna miss.
So it's
Like
a
I
5.
said, it's ascending armor class. So you guys get up there, and this dude is like doing some river dancing and dodging all of your attacks. So he is going to. All right, so he is, like I said, he was nervous, and he's kind of backed into this corner here. He looks like he'll have problems to even get out of the gated area. So he is going to stab with his spear at Belka.
When can I use this monk technique? Do you know?
I think whenever you just have to. It should tell you in the monk section. I'm not that affluent with monks. I've had one maybe or two in the past. I have never ran one. So the techniques, ability, choose your known techniques. You may use this ability as part of your normal action.
Okay, so next time I'll use it, I guess. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure you're gonna get. It's an expended use though. So when you use those, and I mean, like you can try a minor exploit, which would be like grab and toss them into the pit. That would be a minor exploit. You know, anybody can do those things.
Okay.
So, like, you actually have the ability on a natural 19 to do it automatically through your open hand versatility if you're unarmed. So, all right, here we go. All right, so that does not hit you. So now we have one last person who has not gone yet, and I believe that's Magda, the cultist.
That is. I've been fixated on Anna's fish in utter disgust. So I'm going to throw that aside and try to climb up the wall behind.
All right, yeah. So you can choose athletics or acrobatics. If you don't have either of those, it would be strength or dex check.
Oh, it's athletics. That's a terrible failure. I'm starting well today.
All right, a terrible failure. So you have athletics. That means you could use your reroll pool to reroll that. Otherwise, like a terrible failure is normally going to be like you fell or you're going to have some problems in that situation.
Okay, I'll give it a reroll then.
All right. All right, success. All right, so next round, you're climbing up next to Quintus. All right, so initiative.
Oh, okay. So we roll each round.
Yeah, I don't because
Okay.
you don't have to do that, but I like to do that so each person has an opportunity to change their luck. All right, we got a great success from Belka.
Belka is going to try to grab this guy and toss him into the pit.
Do it. All right, so
what do I need?
If you roll a natural 19, then first of all you roll an attack to see. You have to do hit and damage.
Okay.
A natural 19 will do it automatically. All right, that hits, but that's not automatic. So now what we do is usually a contested roll. All right, so skinks aren't super strong, so you just make a strength check.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So I would need a great success to make it not happen. Ooh, that's pretty good, but it's not a great success in this situation. So this guy goes flying into the pit. So roll a d6.
3.
All right. Goes right past your companions, and you can hear a sickening crunch when he hits the bottom of the pit. All right, Quintus, you have reached the top of the pit.
I'll move to his position so we can get Magda up.
Okay. So what do you want to do, Quintus? You can move through so like you can see there's like a wooden barrier that looks like it's been made of bamboo or something that have been driven into the ground here.
Okay, I will look to see if Magda needs help getting up.
No, she looks like she'll be fine.
Okay, then I am going to open the gate and head out.
All right, so
and
go ahead.
Peek around the corner.
All right, what do you see? This token
was the skink armed at all?
Yes, he had a spear.
And
Which
did it by chance stay up here?
Roll a d6. High is good. Low is bad.
Okay.
No.
Into the pit with him.
Went with him.
Could you use maybe the bamboo barrier or part of it as a ram or some sort?
So it's dark, so it's pretty easy for you to realize that maybe these creatures can see in complete darkness. But I don't know if you noticed, but there is some light to the south. You see that? Where you can kind of see some foliage.
Okay. So then I will head that way. So what's the movement in this?
30 feet. You can. So you're going to have an action turn and you're going to have a movement turn. You can do a double move if you want to, which would double that. Then you wouldn't have a normal attack.
All right. Okay. I'm just going to go slowly because I can't really see very much. And where? So here on the map is totally black. Is that a wall or is that a hallway?
Nope, you can move through.
Oh, it's just.
But you're
dark.
basically, when it's dark, you can just barely
10,
see past it, but it's not.
20.
You can't see enough.
Okay, so I'm like right.
So you're
there.
going up. You stumble on some stairs, some like almost natural that it later were carved, maybe with these fish bones or some kind of whatever tools these skinks use, or maybe someone before them. So some natural that have been helped out, some stairs, like 5 or 6 steps, help to lead you up into a higher position. The smell of like water in the foliage is much stronger, and you can see bits of light are kind of shining through cracks or maybe vent holes in the cavern roof that light up barely this area.
Okay, so I get to about there, and I guess I see a skink, so I am going to sort of back up and whisper to everybody, there's a skink out here.
All right, this looks like it's a good time for... you guys seem like you maybe want to be sneaking around. So let's do a group test, which everyone roll a stealth check. And this will be for kind of this scene, how good we are moving around in the thing. So when we do a group test, you want to have as many successes as possible. The more, the better.
Is it just straight dex if you don't have stealth?
Yep, straight dex if you don't have stealth. So what that means is you cannot use your reroll pool for it if you don't have it. All the skill does is give you a +1 and allows a reroll pool. I'm missing one more from Arna. Nope, there it is. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
All right, so our heavy hitters are not that quiet, which makes sense. And there is some scuffling there. But there is some noise, like you can hear splashing around and the giggling of a female voice. You spot that skink there. He seems to just be kind of anxiously like going through his belongings maybe, and like looks like he's suiting up for something. All right, I believe that 2 people haven't done anything this turn, being Arna or Magda.
So you said there was a torch in the wall. I don't know if I'm keen on carrying a light source to alert our presence, but it would help with seeing through these tunnels and whatnot. Is this something I could easily pull out of the wall?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to grab that torch and then follow Quintus out. How many do you see, Quintus?
There's one, and
I'll
then
just
there's...
see if I can see anything out in that direction. Make sure our flank's covered.
So now Magda is giving off light. No, Arna is. Sorry, Arna has it. So you can see what you can see. So definitely as the light flares up, it kind of seems to brighten. You can see it looks like there is a woman in the pool down here, Quintus. So you're at a high point, and this is a cliff right here. This is a cliff, and so that area down there is like 10 or 12 feet below the spot that you're on. But it slowly slopes down in this direction till it reaches the floor of the cavern. So everyone's done. Is there anything I think that Arna, you probably grabbed a torch and moved, but Magda, you could probably do one more thing. Did you want to roll a detection check? We'll see like how good you are at picking up what might be happening here.
No, that's a failure.
Because you don't have detection, that's why?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Yeah, so you're like, you just hear the normal sounds, but it's such a cacophony that you can't really tell what's going on. All right, so none of those skinks or anything have done anything at this moment. So as you guys are prowling out, trying to stealthily move out, what do you want to do now? Quintus, you can step back if that's what you had wanted to do.
Yeah, as soon as I saw him. So I think the plan is to sneak around the corner, see if I see anything more. If there's only one, then I'm going to rush him.
All right, so I don't know if you can tell, but there was one here. But I think you also... Did you see one that was over here, too?
I saw the one that was over here. I did not see this one.
Yeah, there was one over here, too.
Okay.
And then there's also a woman, and it seems to be bathing or something down here.
That is weird. Well, maybe we go into another tunnel.
If we could find our armor and weapons, it would be at much more of an advantage.
So speaking of that, it does seem like over here, you see this pile of stuff.
Okay.
And over here is a smaller pile. Those are it looks like, crates and barrels and like maybe some bags that
caravan goods
that very possibly could be. So the caravan wasn't like a trading expedition. It was more of more like maybe an archaeological or certainly sent for a very specific type of foray into the jungle, some kind of expedition more than a caravan. But you are guessing that that's what those things are. Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we just go down each of those other hallways a little bit before we decide if we're having to fight again.
Well, Belka says he's good without weapons, so if you need me to rush up front, you can try to do that too.
And you're probably stealthier than us.
Yeah, he's pretty stealthy.
Okay.
Shrugs his shoulders. Wait, Belka will move up to kind of whisper to Quinton and Arna, Quintus and Arna, and try to figure out what we're gonna do. I don't mind rushing that guy. He's only one.
Well, there's two in there.
Well, you saw how easily that one flies through the air, so.
I'll look around on the ground, see if I can find a rock or something that I can use as a makeshift weapon.
All right, so roll so this is a luck check as opposed to like one of those tests. So if you succeed, you're not going to lose a point of luck, but this is just how lucky are you. So yeah, just hit luck, and you need to just roll under your luck score to find a suitable weapon.
Yep, great success.
All right, so you've actually realized that you could take the crossbar that was barring that it was possible to bar this side, that like maybe you could use it two-handed to whack people with or something. All right, so
Elka's willing to run around the corner and try to hit this guy if you want.
As you guys are talking about it, it seems like this skink down here has gathered what belongings he needs, and now he seems to be looking over, because now you guys the light is below his vision, so it's going to be harder for him to see it, but he seems to have noticed something going on over here. Seems like not like a huge alarm, but more like a curious look over in that direction.
All right. I'm going to suggest we back up.
So the sounds of the giggling and everything silence, and you can hear mutterings coming from that direction.
All right. Belka has a strong notion to want to get out of here, so he's going to run around the corner and charge that guy.
All right. All right, so they seemed like they were relatively prepared for something, but you can go ahead and do your move.
It's 30 feet right there. Might be do monks go faster?
No, I don't think so. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, attack him. Okay.
If you want to, yeah, because you
Yeah.
have move. You have a move action, and then you have another
An
action,
attack.
standard action,
Okay.
which could be an attack.
So he's
yeah.
gonna. All right. So do I see the other ones as well coming up? Or...
Yep, you see
Okay,
all
so
of them.
he's gonna. I'm gonna activate formless water then, as part of my action. Which gives me bonus to AC, luck, and defensive checks.
So there's a way to like enlarge this thing, but I can't remember what it is. I saw a guy doing it once.
It's the first hit.
Oh, is it fumble?
I don't know, fumble. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, well,
So when you
should I
fumble,
do my second attack then or no?
well, you can still do your second attack, but when you fumble, the person you're attacking gets a counter strike on you.
Ah.
So he strikes back with his spear. Does a 13 hit?
Not with the formless water.
Okay,
It
perfect.
gives me okay. And then he punches again. I stumbled on something. Okay.
Yep, that's a miss. So
right.
Belka like gets his feet trapped up in strangely in this cavern that has foliage in it. It must be just enough light and water from that spring of the pool there that allows, plants and jungle growth down in this thing. So let's roll initiative now. Belka, you already got to go.
Yep.
So Magda, Arna, and Quintus. All right, great successes. Everyone's on fast. They're like, Belka is no surprise. Maybe you guys have known what Belka likes to do just from seeing him around in the expedition. So who wants to go? What do you want to do?
I will follow Belka because she can't be by herself. So there's 10 feet, 20 feet, and it's a little dark now in here.
Mm-hmm.
And 30 feet. Is that woman with the Skinks?
All right, so
What's her attire? And they appear to be friendly to her?
I'm going to do this. So when you get up closer, you can see that half of her face is scaled and one of her eyes looks like a lizard. So she is attired in light armor and is carrying a light, like a broad-bladed short sword.
Okay. I guess I'm going to try and punch her.
All right. How exciting.
So is that a melee attack?
Yeah. You could just roll a d20 and then we'll so just roll a d20 like an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
A 2,
Okay.
so high is good in an attack roll. I would have been opposite for that, but so yeah, you try to punch her and she wily dodges. She's probably about 5 feet tall, looks relatively lithe. Who else wants to go?
I'm gonna charge in there with the torch to get some light on the situation. 10, 20, 30. See the ugly woman. It's like, oh, she's been skinkified.
I am Beholder, man. Ugly is in the eye of the beholder is what I was saying, if that didn't make sense. So you rush in
Each
there?
your own. Yeah, I rush in there.
Anything else you want to do?
That was a pretty far movement, so actually, yeah. You said I could do a double move instead of an action.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to rush around Quintus's side, brandishing the torch and preparing for next round.
All right. Who's up? Looks like we still got Magda back there.
Yes. Yep. I'll come in and I'll double move.
You got a rock, or no? You get that big
Through
piece of
there.
wood. Yeah.
Got the big piece of wood.
Yeah.
And I'll just move up to stop anyone flanking us.
Yeah.
That's a double
Okay.
move.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So it must be their turn. All right. Back in your pit, you scum. The woman hisses out, forked tongue flicking around her lips. So I'll do an attack on 1, 2. All right, Magda is going to be speared, and Arna will be speared. So these will be those 2 attacks. Oh, Arna. Ooh. Looks like Arna is going to take a spear from one of the skinks. Oh, that didn't work.
The flesh wound.
Yep, only 3 points of damage. As for you, Quintus, she says that back in your pit, scum, and she like flips her hand out, and you can see like eldritch energy, purple and coruscating, flips out like a whip and lashes at Quintus. Four points of damage. So this is fairly unusual. Does anyone have like any lores or anything?
Arcane lore.
Arcane. Yep, I have arcane.
Animal and wilderness lore.
All right, so yeah, why don't you can make wilderness lore and arcane lore if you want. Everyone who has those.
Yeah, great success.
All right, so Michael, you're very unaware of what the hell these creatures are or what's going on, but Magda certainly realizes that this creature, this half snake woman or serpent woman, is using mystical arcane spells, and certainly someone to be wary of, for who knows what all she can do. All right, so I think it is initiative time. So if you ever want to disengage from attack, you can move into the dodge action and then move. So the dodge action will basically make them either at a -2 or disadvantage. I always forget. Great successes can go ahead.
Okay, so we can. So I can move. I can move 5 foot like up, right, without incurring any attacks. So he's gonna go and he's gonna. I'm gonna try to use a. When I attack, I'm gonna try to like hit this snake woman in the throat to kind of make her like not be able to cast spells maybe for a little bit.
Okay.
As a exploit or whatever.
Yeah, sounds like a minor exploit. So you have to hit and do damage.
Yep. So here's my first attack.
Ooh, that's definitely a hit.
Okay. So AC 8. So okay, do I do the damage too, or just the?
Yep, you do the damage too. That's
okay,
the way,
so
that's
now
the
what
way I roll it.
Okay. That's cool. It's like in DCC also. You get to do the damage with your deed. What do I roll?
So I think this seems like you're trying to like pinpoint a location. So let's make it like intelligence, and then you're gonna go versus her will.
Okay. Too bad. All right.
Did you fail or something?
Yeah, it's a terrible failure.
All right, well, let's see what she does. You never know. There it is. Jeez, I could not find it. All right, there we go. All right.
Can you do multiple exploits in a round?
No.
Okay. If I have another attack, I have that extra attack, so.
Yeah, no, I can't, you can't do more than one.
Okay, I just wondered.
So you did 6. Did I put that in Belka? No, I did. I did that on the right one. All right, so yeah, why don't you failed? What is I say? Will? She's got a 10. Let's see here. 12. All right, so it wasn't a terrible failure. So so nothing happens in that situation.
Okay, I'll get my extra. Do like a knee Like a puncher, try to punch her, but I probably hit her in the shoulder instead, and then try to knee her.
Okay.
High knee jab. But that's it might be.
So you cannot do another exploit this scene since you
Okay, I didn't.
failed,
Okay, that's cool.
failed in yours. That definitely hits.
Okay, so at least I do damage.
Two
Okay.
more points. Another 2 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Does anybody else have a great success? Belka, maybe?
That was Belka.
Yeah, Arna does.
Arna. Sorry. Yep.
Arna does. Nice.
Yep. So I got 2 good targets here, but Belka's launched himself at the scaly woman. I'm going to take the torch and use it like a club and try and smash her across the head.
All right. Also going at the scaly woman.
Yes.
All right. Go for it.
All right. So don't have this weapon loaded. So just make a strength roll for melee.
No, just roll a d20.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to get your base attack bonus. Maybe half of it because it's not like a real weapon, you know. But go ahead.
So that was a 7 plus. Looking for my.
You can roll.
base attack.
You can roll a d20 if you want.
I got you.
An 8.
Tiny bit better.
So yeah, it's only like about an 11, so that's not going to do it. So it misses. Like I said, these guys are wily.
Arna needs to get warmed up.
Okay.
She was not ready for this fight.
Belka kind of pushed you guys into it, it seems like. All right.
Gotta get out of here.
Quintus or Magda, you guys can go at the same time or whatever you want to do. I don't care.
All right, Quintus is going to lower his shoulder and just drive into the woman's sternum and try to smash her into the wall.
All right, roll a 20. A 9, so you would get your bonus to that, so that would be a 12 for your attack bonus. Do you have a strength bonus?
Modifier 2.
Just short. So you kind of
15.
kind of slam into her, but she sort of dodges it a little bit, and so you guys are still in this big old scrum over here, which is going on, and these opponents are proving to be quite cagey veterans in combat. Magda?
Magna.
Magda's going to take the bar from the gate and wholly smite it
All right.
into the face of the skink. So is that just a straight strength check because it's an improv weapon?
Roll a d20. Oh man, you guys are not doing well. All right. So now it is the opponent's turn. Quintus, make a detection check. A success. All right. So just before it strikes, you hear some sort of hissing behind you, and it seems the woman wasn't alone in the water, and something has crawled up and is behind you. All right.
So it's a large snake?
Yep. It's a giant serpent.
Okay.
Wouldn't be low fantasy without a giant snake at some point.
That's
No.
right.
Yep.
There's got to be a giant serpent in here,
What
isn't
is-
there?
Why does it have to be snakes?
Nice. I haven't heard that in a while. I don't know why. It's like maybe it got overused and then people stopped, but it seems quite appropriate this time. For whatever reason, I can't find my giant serpent. Giants. Oh, here it is. All right, here we go. So I don't know if you saw that, but it rolled a 19. So basically, the serpent rises up and strikes, coiling around Quintus. So Quintus is in a bad way. Conan coiled by this giant serpent. Did that come through? Yeah, it does 2 points of damage, but you are trapped. So
Okay.
On your turn, you can make an opposed strength check and attempt to disengage. All right. All right, so she lashes out at someone else, who is going to be Belka or Arna, since both of them attacked her. Belka, so you see she pulls back and strikes with this whip of energy. 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Arna, you are attempted to be stabbed, and Magda, you are as well. Magda's roll first. A 1. All right, Magda. So this creature attacks you, but leaves itself open to a counter strike. So roll a d20. Are you using it one-handed or two? Probably two-handed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, a 6. Man, I hope we get these bad dice rolls out of the way early. All right, so it is now initiative. Hawk's favorite part of the game is initiative. That's what he always says anyway. Belka, why don't you go ahead? You rolled a great success.
Okay. Belka's going to press the attack on the woman. Snake woman. 2 attacks. Fist and kick.
All right, it looks like one of those hits, and that first one looks like it's enough to put her down. What happens to her?
Well, so I've been like using my fist, and then I and this to kind of do a ridge hand to the side of the face, and knocks her down.
All right, you feel something crack beneath, and she goes down with an evil hiss. Ow! All right. Quintus or Arna or both? Why don't we do Quintus? Why don't we do this strength check, Quintus?
Okay. Can I headbutt the snake first before I try and muscle my way out of there?
Sure, I think you're kind of cramped up. Why don't you make an attack at disadvantage? Man, both bad.
Nope.
So it does not help you, but you can definitely
Okay.
make your strength check.
Strength check.
Oh, good.
Okay, I can do good when I hit a button on my character sheet. I can't do good when I roll a d20.
Oh, I see. We got to get you some weapons so you can hit the button. All right,
Yes.
so it makes a great success, though. So it continues to have you in its grasp, constricting at its will. You can feel it tighten. You can hear Quintus's muscles groan as he tries to stay turgid, so the serpent can't hurt him. All right, I think it was Magda. No, Arna.
Arna.
The snake woman, did she have any? What weapons did she have?
She has a broad-bladed sword at her belt.
All right. I'm gonna pick that up, and I'm gonna turn on the snake because we got to get Quintus free. We can't let that thing crush him to death.
Go for it.
And swing with the blade.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Nice.
All right. How much damage does this sword do?
D6.
D6 plus my strength, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, roll the d6.
Nice.
Nice.
Very cool.
All right. So
Nice.
Arna starts hacking into this giant reptile. All right. You can see that it's pretty tough. It seems to go into a frenzy when the serpent woman went down. All right. Is that everybody?
I think Magda got a success, I think.
No, Magda
Terrible
failed.
failure.
No, it's failed. Okay, yeah.
Yep. So the snake constricts more on Quintus. Only 1 point to damage. You're holding your own there with those powerful thews. and it's going to try and bite somebody. Ooh, an 18. Looks like it's going to be Arna.
Okay.
4 points of damage, Arna.
Ah,
All right, Magda is going to get attacked, and Arna is getting attacked by the skink. So you turned your back on the skink, so it's going to get a flank attack on you. Ooh, these are all going to be hits. All right, Magda. 5 points of damage. Arna, 5 points of damage. Oh boy, here we go. This is looking real now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is round 4. One of you guys picked up a spear, I thought, but no one's using that, right?
The spear fell in the.
Oh, that's right. The spear fell. All right, Quintus, why don't you make your opposed strength check? You got a 13. All right, both successes. So you're still trapped by this thing. Unless, like, if someone, Arna, you're there hacking at it. If you want to forgo your action to bump that up to a great success, I would allow that.
For my initiative check?
No, for your action. So
Okay.
instead of hacking at it, you've actually reached in there while you were hacking it and loosened it enough for Quintus to get free.
Oh, okay.
All right, Quintus, you are no longer automatically taking damage from the giant serpent. Arna and Quintus have both gone this turn. So Magda.
I'll wail on the skink with my makeshift club.
All right. 12. What's your bonus? Do you have a strength bonus?
+1.
All right, so that would be a 13. And what's your attack bonus? Would be up by the right hand.
Bonus is 2.
What's that? 2?
2.
All right, so I'm giving you half of that. So that's a 14. That is a hit. Roll a D8 for this two-handed club. Oh,
7 damage.
So what happens to this creature when this massive club finally strikes him?
I strike him overhead.
Oh.
Managed to get past his spear and then just come down on top of his head, and he drops to the floor.
Yeah. He's cracking his head like a coconut with white goo spilling out. All right, is that everybody? Or Belka, you didn't get to go.
Yeah, Belka's going to go, I think, probably get rid of the flank attack. He's going to press against the lizard folk.
All right,
skink.
go for it.
2 attacks. First attack, miss. Maybe a hit in the second.
Definitely a hit on the second attack, but he's not down.
Okay. Maybe focus on me and not Arna, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
most likely for sure.
Okay.
All right, is that everyone?
Yep.
So, let's see. Okay. So these guys are fighting on, but the one that is now, there is a commotion going on. You wouldn't be surprised if anyone is nearby in a nearby cavern that's attached to one of these. It's possible that they could be alerted. All right, so this thing is going to try and re-engage with Quintus, and then the other one is going to attack Belka. Oh, Quintus, you can actually strike.
All right. And my attack bonus is 3.
You're just using your fists. You're trying to grapple with the snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a hit. So
Okay.
what do you? Are you just trying to squeeze it for damage?
Yeah, I'm going to try to grab around the mouth to
break open its jaws.
Yep.
I like it. Let's say this is a minor exploit. So let's make another strength check. Oh, I got a 6.
Oh, nice.
Oh, a terrible failure. So you have a hold of it, and you're trying to do something, but its jaws are quite strong. Its eyes are blinking balefully back at you.
Okay. Do I do any damage at all?
No.
Okay.
But you probably would have messed it up pretty bad if you. Let's say, why don't you go ahead and what's your strength?
It's 15 currently.
And that's a +1,
2
+2.
+2.
All right, so let's say you do 1 point of damage plus your strength,
Okay.
or roll a d3. Roll a d3, I guess. That's what I would give you for a punch, anyway. All right, 3. So we'll do that too. So the strength of Quintus, impressive in his breech clouts. All right, so this creature, did I already attack you, Magda? I did.
Yeah,
I
this
rolled
was an advantage that I got because it failed the attack.
right. I think I hit this 19 on Belka. We're way past
On
our
Belka,
break,
yep.
and I have to
Yeah.
pee. So let's see what happens to Belka, and we can just take our longer break, I guess. This is taking a while, isn't it? You guys are right into the thick of it, so that's exciting. Not too much chatting going on. Interesting. All right, so I'll turn off the sound so Jeff Ivy, what the heck is going on, buddy? That's exciting. Well, I'm not supposed to call people out. I forgot if they don't chat. Son of a biscuit. Your camera's still off, Dave. I think. Ooh, I see Traveler up there, Eric. All right, Michael, what do you think of this system so far?
So far, so I like the initiative. I like how you're running it. It's quick and easy. I can see the core. I do like the exploits. Just say what you're going to do, something cool. Don't worry about the mechanics of am I doing the optimal thing. Just do the fun thing. The thing that makes sense. And it's already got built-in mechanics to handle that kind of stuff. So I like that so far.
Cool. Dave, you got any initial thoughts?
No, I like it. It does remind me a bit of DCC.
Definitely has some DCC in it for sure. But I like it that anyone can do this stuff, not just the fighter types. Fighters can also sunder shields in this.
If they have a weapon.
Mm-hmm. Are you complaining?
No.
You had to expect that, right?
Yes. I've heard.
You've heard what?
That I should expect that from you.
No, I mean from the thing you start out in captivity. You're probably not going to have weapons, but yeah, unexpected for me, I guess. Who'd you hear this from? I'd like to know. Who you throwing under the bus? Oh, Sean.
Sean.
Personally, I think the dice in Roll20 are more of a detriment than the weapons at the moment.
They'll come around. Yeah. The good thing is I'm not really rolling super crazy, so it ends up being okay. All right, I'm going to get us back on here on the tabletop. What the heck? Did I shut something off on accident? Oh, Jesus. What the heck am I don't know if this shut off on its own or if I shut it off. I've never had it shut off on its own before. Interesting. So I finally found the write-up for the Skink runners, and on a natural 19, they trip you. So it seems like Belka has found himself tripped by this skink that he is fighting with. And you take damage. Did I already give you the damage?
No.
Looks like 4 points of damage. All right, there we go. All right, so this is the end of round 5, I believe. So we're on round 6. And did anyone fail that time? So that thing is doing that again for you this time, Carl, I believe. The light that's coming on or whatever.
Light?
You said something was causing like a fuzziness.
No,
in the
it's
light.
not on. I don't know.
Maybe it's just because it was stuck in your beard. I don't know. Your mic was stuck in your beard, maybe. Oh,
Arna had a failure on that one.
Okay.
So Arna, because I've got 2 weapons in hand right now, as far as I see it. So flip the blade around and hand it hilt first over to Quintus, and then I'm going to swing with my torch, the club, and try and smash the snake, Stabelka, who's keeping the skink off me.
All right.
Well, not enough. Arna is swinging a miss again.
Oh boy. There we go. There's the hit points of the giant serpent.
Ooh.
So Arna, you must be like attacking its kind of a lower area because it's on a. I don't see if you noticed, but it's like on a cliff face here, and you're kind of at the bottom.
I'm
And
gonna have to reposition.
Quintus is kind of at the top there, so you guys are. It's big, so it's no problem for you guys to be fighting it like you are. All right, initiative wise, we're missing one from Magda. No, Magda's. Arna's there, or did you already do it and I missed it? Oh no, you were failure from before. Okay, no,
Failure
terrible
before.
failure.
And a failure again. Yeah.
Nice, Quintus. What are you gonna do, buddy?
All right, I am going to say thank you, sister, and grab the blade and just go up underneath the chin of the snake. And
Are you trying to do it? All right, I was gonna ask, are you trying to do an exploit or anything, or not really? Okay, didn't sound like it. So
I need to hit first, so you know.
Yeah, well, I think I've heard both ways. Like I've heard some people say that they have to say that they're attempting an exploit. Okay. That way, if it fails, then you can't do another one. But I'm not usually that particular. So Magda, go ahead.
I'll drop the makeshift club and pick up the Skinks spear.
All right. So the spears do D4 plus 1.
Hopefully I can hit with it. So, yeah, and I'll move around next to the snake.
Go ahead.
And it's plus my attack bonus, plus my strength.
Yep.
Nope. That's not going to hit anything, I don't think.
Swing and a miss. All right. It looks like it's their turn. All right. So this guy that you're fighting, Belka, is like backing up, shouting, and trying to dodge your blows so you can attack him for free.
I got knocked down. Can I still kick him?
Yeah, I think so. You should be able to.
Okay.
You're a monk. I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
12. So not quite enough. Now that I actually have the sheet up, I'll see what their AC is supposed to be. All right. Yep. So normally that would hit him, but he is dodging. So he leaps over your striking leg and backs up. And you can hear he's like shouting back behind him. So like I said, you could notice it if anyone was around. And it's surely more people are coming soon. All right. And the giant snake has 3 targets now. It doesn't like the appearance of Magda. Who does? Just kidding, man.
Oh, no.
What did I get? I didn't even see.
A 20.
Oh, shit. All right, so that means you are constricted and bitten. You take 3 points of damage. And Magda, you are now constricted by the snake. Oop, I'll just put a net on you like that. That makes it. Well, remember. All right, so looks like we had a failure from Belka.
So he's going to kip up. I guess that takes half his movement, right?
Sure.
And then he's going to move and try to finish this guy off.
Go for it.
Come on. Jeez. And a fumble. Lovely.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, no. So it strikes back at you. Oh, but now you get to strike back at it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Still misses. So there was a flurry of blows there in that little combat. And I believe we had a terrible failure from Arna.
Yeah, Arna is going to, I don't know if this provokes or not, or if there is provoke. Arna's going to run around to the other side of this thing. It's 5, 10, 15, 20. Get around there, try and create some kind of tactical advantage. And I'm going to use my action, because Magna is wrapped up, like I did before. Can I use my action now to try and help Magna get free when she next goes?
Sure, but I think it's going to strike out at you as you run around. Oh, boom.
Okay.
And hits with its fangs for 2 points of damage. head snapping around as its body as a Magda entwined. But I think that will provoke a strength test, and you'll have advantage of that, Magda. I got a 16, which is a success. So you need if you get a great success, you'll be free.
Okay. Do I just roll it twice, or how do I roll with advantage?
No,
You got
Magda. Magda rolls. You
Magda.
you gave Magda advantage, and with that help, Magda wrenches free from this giant serpent. Belka, make a detection check, and I think it's initiative. I think we need like some exciting music or something. Do you guys like music playing while you're doing this, or would you prefer not playing music?
I don't think we.
I could use some music.
Some music
cool.
would be good.
All right, so for some reason I don't even know how to start the music. Oh, I know why. I was on my player only. That's not going to help us. All right, what's this one? It might be a little loud, so you may want to quickly adjust your we'll go with Kevin's favorite. There you go. How's that? Seem exciting?
Good.
Is it set in the proper mood? Hey, the long shot's here. Good morning, the real long shot. All right.
You just
Wait,
Go
did you
with
guys roll
Magna
initiative?
got us. Yeah.
Great success. Go for it. Great success.
I don't think anyone got a great success.
Oh.
That was a strength check for Magda.
Yeah, Magda's free, so initiative is what you need. So we got some successes. Anybody that got a success can go ahead.
All right. Belka's going to try to finish this guy off. I got a success on my detection, by the way.
Oh, so you definitely know that some more opponents are coming from around the corner.
Is there like a door or a gate or something?
It's just like a cavern, and you're like at the edge of the light, so you cannot see very well. So go ahead. Maybe that's why you're missing a lot when you're attacking the dude.
Yep. Hit.
All right, so that was a 19.
Yeah.
You do anything special on a 19?
I don't know. Would it be in my character description?
No, probably not. Usually it's a weapon, but since you're unarmed,
I'm unarmed, yeah.
I don't know what it does. It's not very often a 19 happens, so I'll give you.
A monk is always unarmed, though, right?
Yeah,
no,
monk
they can
no.
use weapons.
Yeah, I can use weapons, but it's not me. I get 2 attacks with this. So.
All right, so I think what we'll do is I'll give you options. All right, so it seems like some of your things allow you to do certain things, but you can we'll let you like pick on a 19. So like it knocked you down with its tail. I think you could like push or throw it or knock it prone.
Yeah, knock it prone is probably good, and I can just kick it while it's down.
Okay.
Get extra
So
attack.
you get 2 points of damage you did on him, and then you got your other attack, and it's prone, so I'll give you advantage.
What do I just put on the... I just roll twice, or what?
There might be an advantage, there might not. If there's not, just roll it twice.
Okay.
'Cause some of the stuff has advantage on a little toggle.
Oh, 7 points for the first.
All right, looks like, yeah, you dropped him to the ground and kicked him in the head, and he is fini.
Okay. All right. And if I can I still move, or...
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to move back. 1...
Check the supplies, Belka.
They want me to check the supplies and not help with the creature? Okay. Hard to see. He's going to go check the supplies. And
Alrighty. So what you do checking the supplies, everybody rolls a d6. This is a large cache of supplies. Looks like we're missing 1d6.
Arna.
Arna, roll a d6. So you do see some of the equipment that would normally be associated with your companions here. So, like, if anything that's on your list, you can pick. Would you get a 6? You can pick 2 things and grab them. They could be yours, or they could be someone else's if you wish. You guys can figure. Everyone made it, so everyone got it. So Arna's getting 1 piece, and you got 2. Everyone else got 1. 4s and 5s are 1 piece of equipment.
All right. So for my stuff, I'll probably get the healer's kit and the rope. But if someone has the shield, I can try to grab. I was going to grab the healer's kit, and if I can grab another thing, then a shield for somebody.
Is anyone using a shield? Quintus, Arno?
No, I'm a 2-handed weapon guy. Okay.
So you can see Quintus's 2-handed weapon there if you want.
Okay, I'll grab that.
Okay. Well done there. All right. It looks like we got Quintus. It looks like everyone but Magda can attack this beast.
All right. So when this thing turned to snap at Arna, I'm going to jump on its back and try to skewer it. So
all right.
I'm going to try to do some exploity thing.
Okay.
Declaring before.
Yeah, I like it.
Here we go. Damn.
4.
Okay. Never mind.
Right. So it seems like so you can't do any exploits in the rest of this scene, but why don't you make an acrobatics or athletics check? A great success. So you're not hampered in any way whatsoever from this a leap that failed. It just slithered out of your grasp and the sword missed, but you don't have it grabbed or anything like that. Who else is Arna, I think?
Yep, Arna is going to try and smash with her. Oh, there we go. Oh, I rolled twice. So the 11. So 14 to smash. Does that hit with the torch?
Let me look. I think it does. I do indeed think it does.
So how much, since the first time I've hit, how much damage do I do with the torch club thing?
I think D6, and then the fire does a little damage as well. So roll a D6 and a D4.
So 5 points of damage there.
All right. It did not like that. All right, so Belka, you can see this creature comes running along the wall and gets an attack on you. Only 1 though. Oh, but a natural 20. So you take max damage with this 5 points of damage.
He's down.
Ooh, Belka goes down.
Yep.
Son of a biscuit. All right, so the creature is going to attack, and then it's going to withdraw, slithering down the slope, almost falling with its mass into the pool below. The attack is a 16, and it's going to be on Arna.
16 is a hit, for sure.
8 points of damage, Arna.
Oh,
Ouch.
I'm into staggered territory now.
Okay. Arna is staggered, but the creature is fleeing, so Magda and Quintus, you can get an attack. And Arna. All you guys can attack it, if you so desire.
Oh, yeah. Not going to let that go.
That hits. Roll damage, Michael. That hits. Damage, Magda. Oh, wait, let me see if the torch actually does damage this time. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
3 from Magda.
Quintus, did you hit?
I did, and that is actually a critical since I am a fighter with a 19 or 20.
Nice. And you're using a short sword?
Yeah.
So short sword normally actually helps with initiative, so we'll just ignore that. We'll just go ahead. What's your strength bonus?
+2.
Oh, so it is gravely wounded. Like part of its body is barely holding on as it slinks into the water below. But you guys can hear the shout of Belka as he's grasping a two-handed sword and a pouch over his shoulder. He's stabbed by one of the skinks as a group of them seem to be rushing in from the hall, the corridor. You guys see him?
No, they're in the darkness.
Oh, they're in the darkness. You can see one of them, right?
Yes.
Means we should attack the darkness.
Attack only if you have magic missiles. All right.
Ah,
Who is up?
Oh, I think we've all gone. Because we had an opportunity attack on the snake.
Yeah, that doesn't use up your...
Right, so I think everybody's gone this round.
I had a terrible failure.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't think
Magna.
All right.
Magda hasn't gone yet.
I'll come down here. I can't see anything in there.
You can kind of feel, you can just barely see one right there, I think.
Okay. I'll have a stab at it.
Go ahead. All right. Hey, Firefly Fluff. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. So this is a one-shot adventure from the BSer Con. So we have a cultist, a fighter, a monk, and a barbarian that doesn't want to rage.
Is that a hint?
No, I don't care. So I guess if anyone was within 30 feet, you could have tried a rescue exploit. I should have said this before on that attack that took out Belka. If you guys remember the rescue exploit that I explained earlier.
oh, yeah, I completely forgot about that. Although I think I'm a little bit far.
Yeah. So let's try. Well, I should have said
Quintus
something.
would have been. Yeah, Quintus would have been. And Magna, because Quintus is 25.
All right. So did you attack? Did I miss it? Did you roll a 1?
Not 1.
Yeah, 19. I thought you rolled a 19. Oh.
That was Quintus's attack from...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that nat 1 is a counterattack. Maybe the counterattack is worse than criticals. I don't know. All right, so that hits.
Yep.
The skink attacks from the darkness for 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
How's Magda doing?
15 out of 28.
All right. Yeah, the monk does not have very many hit points. He can go crazy and deal out some damage, but he's kind of a glass cannon. All right, so we need a staggered symbol. Let's do the chained heart. There we go. All right, who's up?
I think it's time for initiative.
All right, let's roll initiative. So there is a roll the body mechanic in this game for Belka. Great success, Quintus. What are you going to do?
All right, so I guess Magda said she had 28 max hit points. I only have 20. So is that correct?
Oh, yeah, probably. I don't know.
I'm
I just
rocking
rolled.
Okay. All right.
I just rolled for all the characters. You're like, why don't I have more hit points?
Well, I'm just
I'm
going
going to
with
roll
normal.
poorly.
Okay. All right, so I am going to move 10. Actually, is there a skink? Can I see a skink here?
It's right there to the corner of Magda, yeah.
So over here or here? Because I want to get over to this other skink down here. And I have enough movement, but if I have to stop because there's somebody there,
I think you're all right.
okay.
Oh yeah,
then
there's
I'm-
nobody that you can't get.
All right.
Yeah, you can get there.
All right, and I'm going to use the charger. So I'm charging into combat against that.
Okay,
This
nice.
down there.
So yeah, you can like if you hit, you can automatically knock them down, and I don't think
Okay.
they don't get advantage against you when
Correct.
you're charging. So,
All right, here we go. Yay! Finally, I hit.
Nice job. So roll some damage.
There we go. 6.
For a second there, I thought my roll 20 quit, and I was like, "What is happening here?" All right, 6. Let's see how many hit points this guy has. Not enough. So what happens to this dude, Quintus, when you come flying up and you see your beloved greatsword lying near Quintus or near Belka?
Okay, so Quintus just comes flying in. He does an overhand strike with the short sword, goes in top of the shoulder into the heart, and the guy quivers and falls to the ground.
Stricken. Nice. All right, good job, Quintus. Magda.
I've still got a skink in the shadows there, haven't I?
Yep.
Okay, I'll
So
Sounds
you
like
can,
a bad.
stab at it.
you can
Stink.
move if you want to, because there is some tactical advantage that you can do if you wish to. You know, it's up to you. There is also an interpose, which I didn't mention. So if you want to try to interpose something, you can as well. Skink in the shadows. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll move around and strike from there then.
That seems good. Ooh, a 13. I think that might be a hit. Let me switch over to this. Oh, nope, to this. There we go. 13 is a hit.
Sweet. 5 damage.
5 damage. You want to explain what happens to this shadowy skink?
It moves forward to hit me, and as it does, I come up under its arm and just skewer it.
Oh, with its
Really
own
check.
buddy's spear. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Who is up? We had a failure from Arna. What a surprise.
Yeah, so Arna, we need to get the torch back over there. 10, hop down off the cliff here. 20 to there. And come rushing up.
And you could just see the shadowy shapes slinking, skinking back into out of sight.
Back, you smelly fiends. Ah, poor Belka.
All right, so I think you're going to have a moment's at least respite. What? Maybe we should change the music. We need some respiteful music here. All right.
Got to check on Belka. Are we still in combat?
Nope.
Is Belka too far gone to lay on hands?
So Belka is down, so the first thing we're gonna have to do is roll the body to see if she's not quite dead or if he's not all the way dead. So and like
I'm not quite dead yet.
like any game, there is some interpretation that you can do as far as this goes. Like some people would say, oh, if you use lay on hands, can you does it help the roll? Does it not help the roll? It's really hard to die, maybe. It's not really hard. I mean, I've TPK'd groups, Sean, a few times, actually. But most of the time, you're not going to get TPK'd in that sort of situation. So I'm actually trying to look up the actual rule so I can do it as close to accurate as I'm supposed to. Sometimes I'm slow looking stuff up. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is a poorly laid out book. It just means I'm a bad TOC reader. I think it should be in this checks thing. Or maybe in the damage. Here we go.
It's 79.
Healing, 79. I was almost there. There we go. All right, so mostly dead. All dead. I'm pretty sure you make a con.
Okay.
PC makes a con check.
Can you re-roll it if it fails?
Yep, you can use your reroll pool.
It's a great success though. So.
Nice.
Great success.
Yeah, you have to use a re-roll to do that. Even make the mostly dead. So I'm mostly dead. Okay.
Oh, you don't have to use a reroll pool to roll it.
It says you do.
No. The reroll pool may be used for this test.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
you make the con check but you can use the
fail.
reroll if you need to. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, but this means that you also roll on the injury and setback table.
Yep.
So
D20.
roll a D20.
16.
16, pretty good.
Disadvantage.
Yep, so you're basically under system shock. So your eyes are a little glazy, so you're on disadvantage during initiative checks. Roll a D6. All right, so it's going to last for 3 days. So just make note of that somewhere. That for 3 days you're under system shock, and
Solus of Argona.
it's like a spell. It usually like a it's a spell. So there aren't really clerics. That's why I say Magda is more of a paladin, is because a magic user can easily be a cleric because there's healing, and a lot of the healing spells are just in the magic list. So
All right, let's find our gear.
all right, so we know that Quintus's sword and Belka's healing kit are here. So Belka, you get one more item that could be here because you rolled a 6. Everyone else, Quintus, you got your sword. Magda and Arna, what do you guys find?
Fortune finally favors Arna as she pulls her ancestral battle axe, her family weapon, out of the supplies.
Nice. What about you, Magda?
I'd say my mace.
Okay. It could be armor
finally
as well
have my
if you choose to go armor. It could be armor if you want. But yeah, so it seems like you guys have found your equipment, and there are some other things here, some food stashes. Like one of the boxes seems to be writing stuff like quill and parchment. And if there's anything else that you want to find here that isn't like your main stuff, but anyone could find, you can make a luck check to see if it's here. Like there could be a shield here, it just wouldn't be your shield. That sort of thing. So all you have to do is roll your luck or less.
And is that depleted if we fail?
No.
Okay.
So it's not really a luck save, it's just a luck check.
Okay.
So even if you only lose a luck if you succeed. But in this situation, so Arna, Magda, if you succeed in this roll, like what are you looking for? Like a great
shield.
success. A great success would be more of a rare item, and a normal success is a common item.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just looking for armor.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing I
Likewise.
find is like rope. My rope.
Okay. All right. So I think like you find some light armor. If
Okay.
anyone wants light armor. If you get a great success, you could find a rare armor. So you could have a heavy armor if you wish.
All right.
As the barbarian, can I use heavy armor?
I don't know. Let's look. So a lot of times I'm just force knowledge of a character on the player, but obviously you guys light, medium armorers. So you could find a medium armor if you wish. You had a great success.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go that one.
All right.
Find a breastplate, a raggedy breastplate to throw on.
All right. All right. So now you guys find yourselves in this grotto, which somehow has bits of fissures in the ceiling that is allowing light in the area.
Is there any way to climb up? How high is the ceiling?
So they seem small. That's why there's not a lot of light. They
Okay.
seem pretty small. But that doesn't mean it isn't possible or that you couldn't climb up if you wanted to.
All right. Quintus is going to go to these 3 bodies, chop off their heads. And
like
tie them to his belt. Paint his face with the blood of them.
Okay.
And
So
turn to his compatriots and say, "It's time to leave."
Are we taking like the equivalent of a short rest?
If you'd like to. So
Yeah, do some healing.
in low fantasy gaming, there's like kind of this convoluted. This is one of the things I would change and was changed in Low Life 2090, the Shadowrun-esque retro clone that uses the pickpocket press mechanics. And what it is you get 2 checks per short rest, and you get 3 short rests. The main rules say 3 short rests per 24-hour period, but I do 3 short rests between long rests, and a long rest is D8 days. So you're probably only going to get 3, and you get 2 checks. And within those checks, you basically are going to make a will check, and if you're successful, you're going to get 2 of them, plus whatever your con is. You'll also can use, like if your con is a +2 bonus, you'll have 2 extra checks you could use any number of times in a short rest. So when you do these short rests, what you're doing is you're going to make a will check, and then you can either, with any successes, you can either recover half of any lost hit points plus con bonus. You can only do that once per short rest. Recover 1 use of an expended class ability, or recover 1 reroll pool die.
Okay.
You said half of our hit points plus con.
So you have to make so you get 2 willpower checks,
so.
and you have to succeed in them. So like Belka, you made 1, so you can choose one of those things.
Yep.
Quintus, you're the same way. Arno, looks like you have one success. Everyone only had 1 success. That's interesting.
So half of your missing hit points plus con.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
Okay. And you round up or down?
Up.
Okay.
Probably down, but I'm going to say up. I don't care. You guys are incarcerated, and you were so nice to allow me to incarcerate you ahead of time. So incarcerate might be a strong word. What did Arna take?
The recovery. Can I use the hit point recovery twice with each one with each?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's one or the other. Okay. So
well,
the
there's
first
3
one
things you can do, but yeah, you can only do the hit point one once.
Okay. So the first one was the hit point. So I'll get 19 hit points back.
So it's so how many hit points did you lose?
I was down to what was I at 13?
How many did
20.
you lose?
Oh, okay. I see. 35 minus 12. So 23.
So you can get half of those plus con back. So 12 plus your con back.
So 14. So I can go up to 26.
If you use your great success, I'll let you use your con twice.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me. So that puts me up to 28.
I'd like to use a reroll to reroll one of my tests so I can get my monk ability back.
Okay.
It says like in the reroll pool description.
Go for it.
All right.
Nice.
I got it back.
All right, yeah. So like sometimes there might be some checks things that are on your sheet, so just mark it that you've used 1, and so now you'll have 2 more. And like if you choose not to do a short rest, you don't have to, even if the other people do. So you're still resting, and you're still tending your wounds, sharpening your blades, rebuckling the buckles on your armor or backpacks or something. But you don't have to actually use a check if you don't want to. It's up to you to use it.
What does a healing kit do?
All right, so I think a healing kit is let me see if I can find it here. I think it's for very specific things, which are probably not going to be as good as you would like them to be. But it's in the equipment section. Maybe I should look it up on my PDF. It would be faster.
Here it is.
What's it
the
say?
party has the apothecary skill. Page 54. Down the bottom right.
Go for it, man. That Australian accent may be good on the stream. Go for it, man. Read it off.
If a party member has the apothecary skill and a healer's kit, each character recovers a bonus 1d4 hit points after a long rest.
Long rest. Okay.
Additionally, tending with the apothecary skill allows a character to roll with advantage for injury recovery times. Finally, an apothecary might be able to delay the onset or reduce the severity of poison and disease at the GM's discretion. Each use of the apothecary skill in this manner consumes one of the kit's supplies. It's got 10 uses.
All right. And there you go.
Okay.
Thank you for
The
that.
long
Dave.
rest. Okay. It won't help us now, but
You can re-roll how long you're going to be under shell shock if you want. Because if you want to use one of those kits to, like maybe, because that's what it is that's an effect on injury and setbacks, and you got 3 days, so you could actually maybe make it better if you roll that lower one.
okay. So I'll use
roll it.
apothecary. See if I have a.
No, you don't have to roll on the apothecary. Just roll the D3 again and remove one of your uses of the healer's kit. 5, same thing. So, good try. Good try. All right, so you guys don't really hear anything else, but you do know that those slinky skinks skinked out of here in the passage to the left. There is also, so anytime you guys see, this is specific to this particular adventure, anytime you see these, whoa, wrong button. Anytime you see these packs or these crates and stuff, that means that there's like belongings there. So there's a small one here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually look for your equipment there.
Okay.
That's how I've designated that to mean.
Can look for food and stuff. That's all that. Belka doesn't have much, but he's looking for a book.
So the specific book is likely what you think Lord Venka was looking for. So,
Right.
And you guys had not reached that point as far as you know.
Oh, okay. So it wouldn't be like in here.
As far as you know, it probably wouldn't be, but it's possible that I think I think your message says his pet wizard Mavius. So magic in the Midlands is usually, it's a pretty dangerous thing. So like for the Argosans, the Midlanders, they have a wizard that helps the king, but you have to be basically registered or allowed to be a wizard, like have papers. Otherwise you could be stoned, or you still could be if you're like in an outland village. If you're in the Nadicians, they hate magic. You could be killed immediately just for casting or anything like that. So, and only like the rune seers for the Varnori is like the only acceptable magic, but it's supposedly given by the Great Deep One who they worship. So magic is really scary and looked at pretty weird. So just even seeing the magic used by that serpent woman was probably horrific and maybe turned some stomachs. So when we find one of these things, everyone roll a d6 if you're trying to find missing equipment. So if you roll a 6, you get 2. Anything else, 4, 5, or 6 is one item, and a 1, 2, 3 is nothing that's yours.
Let's find my torches and rations, I guess.
All right, so you found your torches and rations. So Magda, you could have found your armor or a holy symbol, 2 things that are on your equipment list. Same thing for Arna.
Good.
Quintus, you found 1 thing.
I'll grab my armor and my holy symbol.
Okay, so you know. Go
And
ahead.
my antitoxin herbs.
Nice.
And I'll grab javelins.
Sweet. Firefluff, I like how active you are on here. So I should tell you guys right now, I am running a contest that was supposed to be over on the 22nd, but I didn't have a game, so we're prolonging it. And if you chat in the room, you can win one of my zines. You can get the PDF if you don't live in the continental U.S. But if you live in the continental U.S., I will ship it to you for free. Your choice, PDF or hardcover. There's 3 of them. One is a adventure for DCC. One is a like a setting place for like an OSE type game for a hex crawl, and the other is actually like a mini mega dungeon. Or you can win Eldritch Tales soft cover. Same thing. If you don't live in the continental US, don't choose this because I don't have a PDF of it. I'm not accepted to. And lastly, you can win the Class Toolkit Compendium by Goblin Scribe Gaming. So this is like some added classes or like kits from maybe like a second edition AD&D if you're familiar with that. So it has some new classes and maybe like different ways of creating the core classes. So yeah, if you come in and you chat in the chat, then you have the opportunity. Every time you do it, you get an extra roll on here. So Kustash, you're up to 4 raffle tickets. That goes for players too. Real long shot, are you on here? Yep, 3 for real long shot. Prometheus 2128. And Firefly Fluff. Awesome. What do you guys think Firefly Fluff means?
He likes Firefly.
But what's the fluff part?
He's an expert on Firefly trivia. They're an expert.
Oh, okay, yeah, the fluff. I was thinking it had something more to do with like the Anara or something. Anara, you know, I don't know. The consort seems kind of fluffy, but yeah, well, I don't know. All right, so what are you guys going to do? You've spent some time gathering your armor, putting it on. If it happened in the middle of like a fight would have broke out, I usually do it's 1 round per AC. That's how long it takes to make it active. But you're in like this grotto. There's a tunnel to the left, a tunnel to the north that you guys came from, and then also a corridor leading to the east.
Are there any other torches around?
No, unless you want to use the thing that you found to be some torches or a lantern in the equipment instead of your equipment. Because like I say, this is a natural light source.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, one torch is pretty inhibitive.
All right, I will forego a javelin for a torch.
Oh, nice. Quintus, are you going to use the torch? Are you going to hold it?
Yes. I'll have to drop it if we go into combat, but...
All right. Nice. A good idea, Eric. I like the way you think, sir. You've been incarcerated before. I'm not saying necessarily in a game, but you know what I'm saying.
That's a story for another day.
All right, good. I like it.
But if I was saying, you've got street cred.
All right, there. Quintus also has a torch now. Congratulations.
Better.
I finally start actively talking to the chat, and none of the chat is talking. All right, so what do you guys want to do?
Right. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, how you gonna? What else do you want? I mean, if there's anything else you want to do in here, you're welcome to do that. You do know there's a giant serpent that's likely in that pool. Maybe there's a place that the pool goes to. You could climb the walls if you want to try and find an exit or anything else.
Oh, I guess over here is there another tunnel? There's 2 tunnels out, and we know that there were skinks at the other one, so maybe we should
go this way.
Yeah. I think that maybe Arna and Quintus should stay in the middle, and Belka would be quieter, and he should go do some scouting, and we'll just sort of follow behind.
I'm just going to make a move.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Go for it. Move wherever you're moving.
Okay. Peek around the corner. A set of stairs. Kind of whisper back.
Yeah, so those are going down.
Down. Oh. There's down. We haven't seen another exit, right? So. All right, let's see.
I think so. You guys know that you were brought into a sinkhole So like a sinkhole that, you know, the level of the jungle was high and then it kind of fell down 100 feet. And so it's like a area that's maybe like 100, 200 feet across, 100 feet deep, surrounded by cliffs with a waterfall falling into two pools, like multiple waterfalls coming down. And the cave that you went into like took an isthmus between the two pools of the waterfall and then led into these caves that you're in.
All right,
So-
if this is going down, I don't know if we want to go this way.
Yeah, so it went down a few steps, like maybe 5 or 10 feet, so
Yeah.
not that much.
Skinks aren't that tough unless there's more scaly ladies.
Yeah.
Are those like nests or bedding there?
They are. That looks like it's some sort of bedding.
You can check it out. Anything interesting?
So Belka rifles through the bedding. So roll a D 100.
61.
61. So there's lots of interesting random tables in this game. Roll 2d8.
7.
So you find 7 gold pieces and an opal that looks to have some value.
Okay.
So it looks like the skink must have found it somewhere and has it stashed. So who wants to be the quartermaster who's in charge of like the equipment that you have found and the stuff? No. Sounds like it's you, Carl. Good work, sir. All right. What else are you going to do?
So Quintus moved forward a little bit. There's another stairwell. Is that up or down?
That stairwell also goes down.
Okay, we probably should reverse
feels-
course.
Yeah,
So
feels
you
like
want-
we're wrong direction.
Yeah, well, maybe it goes down and out.
These aren't huge things, so it's possible that you guys maybe went up. You don't necessarily remember. I just want to say that just because it's going down, it's not like the traditional. This is a photorealistic map, so it's kind of shifting around. There's going to be ups and downs. There's not necessarily any certain direction that's correct or incorrect. I just don't want you to have...
Can we sense any air movement?
Make a detection check, Quintus. If you don't have it, make a perception check.
I do.
A great success. All right, you do indeed. It looks like the torchlight is kind of shifting, like there's multiple paths of wind right where you are right now. So it's flickering towards back behind you, the direction you came, and also then occasionally shifts over in this direction.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Shoot.
So you find some more bedding as well as a small pool. I should have probably looked ahead and seen what this was. All right. Yeah, so there's a small pool, and it looks like a couple of what you are assuming are the skink beddings. Long
rifle.
and narrow, filled with like multiple stalactites and a single stalagmite that has grown up. That's where Belka and Quintus are on either side of it. A stalagmite has grown up to reach up, making a pillar from a stalactite from the roof.
Okay.
I think with that detection roll, Quintus, as you watch the torch and you get into that spot, it really pulls straight to the west. And you think you see a small, low cave about 8 feet off the floor that's maybe only about 2 feet high up here.
All right.
I'm going to check it out.
When you
Climb
say
up there
check
and
it out,
check
what
it
do you mean? You're just going to climb up there?
Climb up there and check it out.
All right. So
I'll hold the torch up as high as I can.
let me jump into the dynamic lighting. Oh, wrong
I mean,
button.
I can light a torch. I can just light up one of my torches and go up there as well. Might be the best thing to do.
So it looks like there is indeed a low tunnel, but you guys will have to, duck walk or crawl. It looks like it rises up near that end where it narrows. It's low and wide, but as it narrows, it kind of grows. It looks like it gets larger.
Yeah. I'll look around to see if there's anything like animal tracks, spoor,
Make a detection check.
Nope.
Terrible failure.
All
yeah.
clear.
So
All clear.
yeah, it doesn't seem like it's as well used. Maybe it's a hidden one. Maybe they know about it. Maybe they don't.
Yep.
But I think
Okay.
there would probably be maybe some small bones or signs of vermin that are probably living off of like the fish bones and stuff that they've thrown around. But you don't see like any human bones or anything like that.
Okay. I'll reach down and light my torch from Quintus's. I don't know if you have.
Yep, that's no problem.
And then I can kind of scout ahead if you guys want me to, and see if it's going or what it does before we all commit to climbing up.
So that it's really smoke filled in here because it's so low, but you can see where the smoke is kind of filling up this area. I'm giving you some vision here.
Okay.
Interesting. All right, so yeah, it looks like the tunnel opens up right there around that sharp corner.
Okay,
It's
I'm
to
gonna
be,
look.
about 6 or 7 feet high. So you can see it looks like there's like a raised area, and it looks like it
Yeah,
has
yeah.
like some supplies and stuff stacked up there.
Okay. I'm gonna peek around this corner. Oh wow. Okay.
All right. So now what are you going to do?
He's gonna sneak. Well, he's gonna move quietly. I mean, I guess it doesn't. The lighting. If something's down there, it's gonna see the lighting. He's gonna try to move quietly to check through the supplies.
So you'd have to climb up there. You see how it's on a raised area?
Yeah, it's fine.
So what are the rest of you guys doing? You see the torchlight kind of maybe moves out of sight up there.
Has he said anything to us?
Apparently not.
Okay. I guess Quintus will climb up and just sort of hang out here. Belka, what do you see?
I found supplies. You want me to climb up there, Hobbs? Or
No, you can climb up there.
oh well, okay.
It's a shield.
Make a detection check. Oh, you already failed your detection, so this is the same scene, so you're going to fail anyway. So some javelins, some skink spears come flying in. I'm going to give you some cover because you're on the opposite side of them.
Okay.
They shout out, "Hey, Takadeo!" So 16 minus 2 is 14. 15.
Is a hit.
All right, so I'm not going to add them up to the D6 plus 1 they were supposed to be. Oh, but 5 points of damage, Belka.
Okay. All right.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
All right. So you hear one of the javelins come sliding in, and you can see some figures step into the light. One of them being one of the large saurian beastmen that attacked the caravan in the ambush,
Okay.
and the other two being skinks.
All right. Do we know that he was attacked?
I'll leave that up to you guys. What do you guys think?
I mean, you might have heard the thunk of the javelin into one of the
Funky.
crates.
Yeah, a fleshy thunk.
Yeah. Well, Belka's gonna cry out.
I
All right. Do we get full move in the tunnel part, or
no,
half
it's going to
move?
be half because you're crawling.
Okay.
So let's roll initiative. Oh boy. Only
That's
Quintus,
We're
right?
we're still outside. We got to climb up. That's why it's taking forever for us to get there.
Yep, Quintus, you can
Okay.
go.
10, 20, 30.
You're just doing a double move. You're standing now too.
Yeah, okay. So that was a single move and double
No, it
move
was
up.
half move when you were in the lower portion, right?
Well, yeah, I
Oh, you
I
did
only
that. You
moved
did do double.
three
Yeah,
squares, and then I will move up to here and check on Belka.
Belka, you still
Jacked
alive?
up, but he's still. I'm still up, but he's pretty messed up.
I think he might have like a javelin through his abdomen. Ow! All right, so Quintus. So this thing is probably about 8 feet high. This embankment here that's kind of around here, and just above that you can see one of these creatures lumbering forward. Let's see if he sees you. Indeed, he sees you down here and he doesn't want to climb up there, but that doesn't slow down the skinks, who scrabble up the escarpment, are kind of like wading through these supplies or leaping on them to get to Belka, where this other guy. All right, I got to remember where this is. Midlands, probably. I got so many things open that I wanted to put them all on one sheet so I wouldn't have to go through, but then I'm like, oh, that seems like a waste of time. There they are. All right, the Iguato. So about 7 feet tall with strong jaws, armored scales, and spines running down their back. These things are kind of gross, man. All right, it looks like this guy also has some kind of pole arm that he comes around and stabs out with the pointy end at Quintus. Roll.
Yes.
Oh, it does, and it hits.
Okay.
For 5 points of damage.
All right.
All right, Arna, and with a full move, you guys should be able to get up to this corner, like maybe 10 or 12 feet behind Quintus for Arna and Magda. Belka, what are you doing?
I think Belka needs to. The only missile weapon he has is.
The javelin on his side.
Oh yeah, he can pull. He's gonna pull the javelin out and throw it back at one of these guys.
All right, nice. I'll give both of you guys a advance for that. I like it.
Metal. I like it.
Where is that noted? I don't even know.
There isn't a spot. Just mark it down somewhere.
Okay, advance.
So go ahead and throw. Are you throwing it at the large Saurian?
Throwing him at him. Yeah, I'm gonna throw
Go
him
ahead.
at him. That's a miss.
They have AC 14.
Yeah, I rolled poorly. Can I do a reroll for that?
No, not attacks.
Not
Unless
attacks,
you have a
okay.
special thing. Like some guys can. Some classes do have that ability, but no.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay. Well, then Belka's gonna fall back. Here.
Behind Quintus.
Yeah. Maybe like to here, so I can like lash out against that bad guy if he moves forward.
All
At
right.
that point, I kind of, if I see these guys coming, I kind of tell them, "There's more coming. I'm up there."
So if your dex is higher, I mean, because the staff is going to use your strength, but the spear would have been
Oh no,
dex based.
it's the same.
Okay.
Same.
All right, perfect. So Quintus.
I rolled a 5. I mean, there's no.
Yeah.
All right. I think we all acted, did we not? Is it a new initiative?
Oh,
Yeah, we moved up as our.
okay. Yeah.
our turn.
Let's. All right. Hey, this is round 2. I didn't take my other break, so I'm gonna take a pee right now. Everyone finish your drinks and we'll go, like just a couple minutes, quick as possible. Sorry, guys, I pee a lot. I'm an old man.
Isn't that a punk rock song? I pee a lot.
It should be if it isn't.
Okay. By the Wizards.
The Wizards. What? So while we're waiting, I was thinking about this is the last break because we only got about an hour left. So I gave you 2 advances, and I wanted you guys to see what this feels like. Eric, you're here. You got one. So what I'm going to do is, what I usually do is I use milestones a lot when I run this campaign. But in between the milestones, like per level, instead of just getting all of it once, you roll on this advancement table, and you can get it piecemeal. So it actually feels like your character is getting better with all the stuff all happening at once.
Okay.
So, but there's some things on here that that don't help you because you may not get them at 4th level. So you still just don't get anything. So it's still a random roll, but you can either give the advancements out, like you want to say every 5 sessions you gain a level, but every 2 sessions, you get an advancement. But I like to make it to give some rewards because I don't really you don't give experience. So now you're giving out advancement or maybe increasing someone's luck, or those are the rewards that you get for the type of play style that you like. So you can really kind of help mechanically or give rewards that you want the characters of the things you want them to do. So
is that a D100?
Nope, D8.
D8.
8. So I would roll that as well.
Yep.
3.
I'll try to 3.
All right, so Quintus, you get the next level's class attack bonus. So I believe as a warrior, you get an attack bonus every level. Let's look up the warrior quick. Ranger. Or is it fighter in this game? Is that why I'm not finding it?
Yep, fighter.
Fighter. Did you find it?
I'm getting there.
Here we go. I'm here. So your 3rd level, your attack bonus is a 4. So right now, change your attack bonus to a 4.
All right, that helps.
Yep. So that's good. What did you get, Carl?
I also got a 3.
Oh, so you get your next level's attack bonus. I don't know if a monk gets one every level.
It's like it was like 1, like 3/4. So the second level I get one.
Yeah, but you're third. All these characters are third level.
Oh, they're third level.
Yes.
I only have 9 hit points at third level. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It says
Yeah.
first level on my guy actually.
You're third level though. All the characters are third level.
Oh, then I have more exploits. Okay. More
Not
not exploits.
Didn't someone say 3 out of 3 or no? Maybe I didn't finish making the monk. I don't know. So level 4 is
I
still
only
a
had
2.
I only had one technique.
So it's D4 plus 4. What's your con?
Con is 11.
So that's no bonus. So yeah, there's no way you could be. So you'd have to at least have 12. Ooh, say good thing. So let's change your hit points from 4 to just roll 3d4.
7. It
7.
should be 11. Yeah, it should be 11.
So no, that would be a 19. Now roll a d4 and add 4 again. Because you got... No, you didn't get hit points. Never mind. Yeah, so you actually would have 19 hit points. So how many hit points do you have right now? Are you down 8
I had
or something?
1.
So you were down 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 11 out of 19. Sounds perfect.
Okay. Then I wouldn't have gotten jacked up that last time.
That's all right. I like that,
That's
though.
all right.
That's good.
That's fine.
Once you get jacked up once in a while. Okay, so those are the 2 advancements. I was trying to give out more, but I ran out of time. Sorry, guys. For those of you who didn't get them, it's not because of you. It's because of me.
Right.
But I wanted to show that possibility in this game. It would be just like in BX if sometimes you could get your hit points or you get your thieving
Yeah, that's
abilities
kinda
in
neat.
between levels.
Is there like a in the book? There's advancement, so it's in the section.
110, yeah, page 110
Oh,
called
cool.
Session Advance.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, 13th Age does something very similar.
See, I never played
You can
13,
get
but Steve took a bunch of stuff out of a bunch of different games that he liked and put them together. I just personally, I like the way he put them together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, if everyone's ready, we're in the middle of another combat. This is a pretty combat heavy, but I think most of the time that's probably going to be the situation in a breakout session. Did you guys already roll your initiatives?
Nope.
No, I guess I got to roll initiative.
Initiative. My cousin Hawk, who plays this game, he always says this is his favorite part of the game. He really likes the initiative in this game.
Really?
And I'm like, this is your favorite part of the game? Thanks for that fucking pat on the back.
I don't know. There's a lot more cool parts of this game. This is the first time I'm playing, so.
Holy cow, Magda,
All right.
you succeeded. I think you get to go first in a situation
Yes,
like that.
It's hard for Belka to succeed with that disadvantage.
How does that work? I
What?
succeeded on an initiative check.
What's that? Disadvantage on
So
initiative?
how did I actually succeeded on an initiative check? How does that work?
That's what I'm saying. I want you to go first because it's the first time you did. You
Yep.
need to have an 8 or less to succeed.
I'll come around and push past, take a swing at this.
Yeah, move up there,
Sorry.
man. Let's go ahead.
And that's a pretty dismal miss.
That is a miss indeed.
I'll spin a reroll. Hopefully I can.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. I'm a
So-
warlord.
because you are a cultist of Graxus, they do have the ability. One of their things is to re-roll, but unfortunately, you re-rolled yourself
I rolled the natural one.
right into a fumble, which is a counter attack from your opponent. Oh, and they rolled a 19, which is usually a bad thing when the monster gets a 19. Oh, yes. So here we go. So after that, when you move out of the way, it seems like an evil gleam in the eye of this large, bulky saurian, and you can start to smell a nauseating stench. So make a luck con save. So go to your luck, and then you can hit the drop down and hit con. A failure. All right. So what happens is the stench is so horrific that you start vomiting, and you lose 2 points of strength. So whatever effect that has, we should roll right through. So definitely stolen from lizard men, I think, or troglodytes, right?
Troglodytes, yeah,
Troglodytes.
troglodytes.
Yeah.
So that is only that. But he like foregoed. You take that stench, and since you're in a compromising position, he bites with that massive maw with a toothy grin. Oh, I already rolled a 19, so that actually hits. So I don't have to roll again. Sorry. All right, so he does the stench plus he bit you, which is nasty. 9 points of damage to Magda. So this might be an opportunity for rescue if someone wants to.
Okay. Sure.
Quintus, is that who said that? Was that you, Eric?
Yes, that was me.
All right, so narratively, what is Quintus going to do to attempt to rescue Magda?
So as soon as I see Magda bend over and start puking, I'm going to come up and attempt to kind of push her back behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Drop my torch at the thing's feet.
Okay, it does not wink out. So you need to make a dex check. So just a straight dex check. You're within 30 feet, so you make a dex check.
Can I reroll that?
You can use your reroll pool for that.
Okay. And is that luck dex then?
Nope. Still just a dex check.
Okay. By just reducing. Okay. I'm just reducing.
All right, you got it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just reduce your reroll pool by 1.
Okay.
The dex check has been successful. You already narratively said how you do it. So now I feel like this is probably a strength effort. So now you're making a luck strength check. So as a GM, if you wanted to, you could just make it a straight luck check. But I usually try to figure out. So it seems like you're kind of muscling your way in there to try and stop it.
Okay.
So that's why I'm not letting it be modified by strength. All right. So you can use another reroll pool here if you wish.
Sure.
All right. Why not? Right.
Yeah.
Still a failure. So Magda, you're still hit. And so you can also rule as a GM if someone tries a rescue attempt and doesn't succeed, they can be affected by whatever's happening. So I think the stench is going to affect you as well. You're not going to take the damage or get hit by the blow, but make a luck con check. Success. So your luck goes down 1, but you're not affected by the luck. Yeah. Damn it, Belka, did you eat Tostitos again? You know that your farts get horrible after those, your gas. All right. So that's that. Above you guys, these guys swarm over.
Okay. Didn't I have a success on my
I don't know.
initiative, or was my rescue my action?
Oh no, yep, nope. The rescue does not take your action. So no. Magda had a success and Quintus had a success. So go ahead, sorry.
Okay. All right, and I finally have my great sword.
Yeah, let's see what this thing can do.
Oh
yeah.
AC 25. What'd you roll?
17.
A 17. So not a 19 or a 20, but it does do 7 points of damage on this guy. Ow, my liver. All right. Nice. So now, because that was a counterattack, he didn't actually get an attack. That was a counterattack on Magda. So then, like I said, the skinks above swarm up. One still has a javelin, but the others are pushing things down on top of you guys to try and hinder what you're doing. So in this game, much like a 5th edition or any game that uses ability rolls for saving throws or checks or whatever, all of those creatures or opponents usually, when you make a thing, that you have to do those in the stats, which is something I don't really like, but it is what it is. So I know what their strength is in order to do what they're trying to do. So 2 of them are do it. They're helping each other. So I'm going to give them advantage on the strength check. They both are successful. Great successes. So some stuff comes tumbling down at you guys. So why don't you make a luck dex check, Quintus and Magda? You can re-roll that if you wish.
Yeah, I will burn my last one.
I'll reroll.
All right, success. So Magda, you narrowly escape all of the falling gear, and it cling, cling, his shield comes down, strikes the side. But Quintus, you are hit by things, and you're entrapped by the stuff that comes down. Oh, and you take 5 points of damage, so one of them must have clanged off of your helmet. And you're entrapped in this stuff, which is unfortunately when the beast swings with his wicked... Oh, I put it on the wrong guy. Swings with his... Is that cat going again, or is my cat here?
Yeah. No, it's mine. Well, one of mine.
Good. I love animals in general. But so, like I said, you're kind of entrapped by all this stuff that came tumbling down. And the creature is going to take advantage of that and swing at you. Oh, he had advantage, so you don't get to counterattack him, but he didn't do much. And the last guy is going to stab with his spear at Belka. Oh, there's a hit on Belka, though.
Okay.
You're not that worried about it now, though, right? I feel like
No.
now that everyone has the right hit points, I should up their damage to the D6, but this is not Morrowind, so we won't. It's 4 points of damage, Belka.
Okay.
All right, so who had just a regular failure after all that?
Belka did.
All right,
Belka and
go.
Arna, yeah.
Go ahead, Arna and Belka. What do you
So
want
which
to do?
one? Which one attacked me? It threw a javelin or what?
No, he stabbed at you with his spear.
Oh. Okay. He's gonna climb up and attack him then. Okay.
All right, so this is what I'll do. Because there's not a whole lot of room for you to climb up there. It's like I said, 8 to 12 feet. But you can make a acrobatics check to like jump up the wall and run up the side of it, and then like maybe kick him in the head or flying drop kick him or something when you get up there.
Okay.
But if you fail, like a terrible failure means you fall and you're going to be in a bad situation. A failure just means you don't get to attack, but you make it up. Oh, you already made a great success. So what we'll do is it's a surprising attack, and I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay.
And an advance.
Oh. I already got a 18. Well, I hit with the 7. 7 damage.
That's enough to kill the first one. Do you want to use
Okay.
your attack on a different one?
Yeah, I can. If I still have movement, I want to move up and attack the other one.
Yep, go for it.
It's a miss.
So usually in low fantasy gaming, you're not supposed to be able to split your movement. But I feel like in a situation like that, it seems to make sense. I was also forcing a roll that gave you stakes that felt like it was worth it to me. So that's why I do it that way. If
It's
people
interesting
want
because, I guess it's different from 5. How you can split.
Yeah, you're not supposed to split actions like that. All right, so Arna.
All right, Arna's gonna go into a rage here.
Has she had anything that's happened to her that will allow? Doesn't she have to take damage or something? I don't know for sure. It might be or as you wish.
I can trigger it if I take damage, or I can just go into it,
Okay.
or if I'm charmed. So,
Okay.
5, and she's gonna use that extra strength. She's gonna try and leap up to here, if she can.
Yeah. All right. So I'll give you the same opportunity, except it's an athletics roll.
Okay. Does my +2 for my raging apply to this roll? Does it count as a strength check?
Yeah. But you don't want a +2 to the roll. A great success. So same thing for you. You basically leap up there, and you can attack with advantage.
Okay. All right. Swinging this battle axe for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah. All this stuff seems to have gone better. All right. So what happens to this skink when Arna leaps up there and strikes with her battle axe?
Huzzah! Finally.
Yeah. You want to give me some narrative description of what happens?
Yeah, as she leaps up, her feet find purchase on the top of the cliff there, and she brings this mighty battle axe down and splits the skink in two, and and the blood and gore goes splattering all over her. As you see it dripping down her face, kind of in the torchlight, you just see a big grin appear, and her eyes twinkle.
All right. So write down an advance. You get an advance for that. Good job. All right. Is that everybody?
Everyone's gone.
All right. And those are failures? Or those were successes? Is it the bad guy's turn? Or what?
No, they went first. We failed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, we were the last ones.
All right. Go ahead and roll for initiative. Great success. Arna, go again.
All right. Feeling motivated by finally having gotten into this fight, she launches herself at the second skink and swings wide horizontally.
And chops
Nice.
Belka. Just kidding. That's an 18.
Nice.
So, yeah, I think it just cleaves them in twain. Nice. Good work. Belka, you had a great success, I think. No, you had a terrible failure.
I had
Quintus.
terrible failure.
Quintus.
All right, you say I'm entangled. How is
Just
that
like-
going to?
Just like your legs and stuff are affected, so you could still swing up, or you could try and disentangle yourself, or you could like maybe try to use a move action to disentangle yourself and then swing, or
But
whatever.
I mean, is it defensive that the entanglement is impacting me, or
yes,
offense?
defensively.
So
You
like
can't
my
really
deck,
move.
my deck's less and lower my AC. All right, and let's see. Do we have any idea on the health of that Saurian?
Can you see it?
I don't see a. Oh, okay. It's just under my token. All right.
Half.
I'm just going to go ahead and.
He's whatchamajiggered, staggered. I think they call
Yeah,
it in this.
I'm just going to attack him.
Do
My
it.
great.
Oh, see, I think the rolls have definitely changed. Another
And I
18.
think that's an.
It's an 18.
Isn't that an 8? Oh, what is that?
It's an 18.
Okay, I'm looking at the formula and the rolls below. Okay,
Very close. Yeah. So what
Yep.
happens to this big guy?
that's 12 damage. So Quintus just like kicks a box out of the way and just shoves his two-handed sword into this guy's gullet.
It's a big gullet too, so it bleeds us
Nice.
exceptionally well, and it falls to the ground at your feet. Is anyone
All right.
missing any equipment?
Yes.
So roll a d6, but this time 5 or 6 gets 2, 3 or 4 gets 1, and only 1 and 2 does not allow you anything.
Hey.
So pick and choose what you want. If it's not something on your sheet, if it's a common, like I said, you could get it with a 3, 4, or 5. If you got a 6, you could take like a uncommon item.
Here's where they put our bedding, or my bedding. A tinderbox and
So what you could also take a short rest now if you want to.
that's a good idea.
So,
don't have to.
Hobbs,
Go ahead.
I got a question. So, if we find an item, is that like one ration or all of our rations?
All your rations.
Okay.
Which, given time, there's a whole hex crawl after this of getting out of the jungle, but I don't think we're going to get to that time wise. But it all depends, you know. I've never really ran an adventure like this. It just reminds me of Slavers of the Stockade, so I didn't know exactly how much there should be, and I had no idea which direction you guys would go or what would happen. All right, does anyone have a game at noon?
I do it like 12:30, but
Okay. Because I'd like a little bit of time at the end to do some highs and lows, but other than that, it doesn't matter to me. Where do you guys want to go now?
I'll take a short rest, I think, right?
Okay, yeah. So mark off another of your checks, and you can roll 2 willpower, and then however many of those succeed, you can get a reroll pool back. You can get an extended. You can use an ability use,
Son of a bitch.
or
Okay, 1 success. Okay.
but if you don't want to, you don't have to mark it off as a check. Kustash, you're on top of it, man. You figured out exactly what's going on now. Yes, they have been captured by skinks, and they're in a skinkhole.
9.
In other words, a Skinkhole Sinkhole.
We get half our hit points.
If you choose that one, you can choose that as one of your options, but you don't get all of those things. You can only get however many successful will checks you get, then you get one of those things, either reroll pool, half of your hit points plus con, or expended use of a class ability. Cool?
Cool.
Now what?
We need to keep pressing ahead.
So I don't know if you can tell, Eric.
Looks like there's some light down here at the end of that.
Make a luck check. Make a luck check.
I think it's where we were before. That's like where our hole is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even need a luck check. You guys have come back around to where you were.
And maybe we go this way. It was going up,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other way looked like it was going down.
You want to take the lead again, Belka?
Sure. Yeah, I'm feeling
you-
better.
Okay.
I gave you your torch
Grab my
back
torch.
too, Quintus. Though that original torch is sputtering out.
Okay, I will reduce my inventory.
Not yours, Eric. The one that
Oh.
that Arna took off the wall.
Okay.
Oh, okay. But Belka's been using one. Do I need to reduce the torch?
One more turn, you will, but what? Not yet. What about? Are you replacing it, Arna, or no?
I don't have any replacements on me.
I will give her one of mine.
I have
Okay.
I have one of
plenty,
mine.
too.
Okay, so I'll leave it on there. So the only person who isn't carrying a torch is Magda, I believe.
Peek around the corner.
I've got them, but I haven't lit
You're not
any.
currently using one. Yeah.
No.
Did anybody not use one of their things on the stash, or did you use all of them to pick up items? Anyone succeeded did not have enough stuff to pick up? Did you not take anything?
No, I got rations and javelins.
So everyone
I-
used up their slots or not? I didn't hear. What'd you
Yeah.
say, Michael? I started talking, of course.
Oh, yeah. I didn't roll high enough, so I didn't find anything.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Yep. So just keep on moving along. So it looks like you've come upon like another small chamber. It has some of those, lots of bedding. So it looks like this was like kind of almost a common community room for the Skinks.
Yeah. Want to keep going? We just go all the way back around. Oh, it goes back around. See
Yeah.
dead bodies.
We're gonna climb out of here then.
Did we climb out from that pit?
Where did we come in?
We came in up this direction.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, where did we come in the entire complex?
Maybe
You know,
from above.
well, it is a sinkhole. We haven't been looking up very much, other than the one
Yeah.
tunnel we found.
Oh,
So maybe
All
we
right.
should look up on this tunnel here.
maybe we should go back the way we came and check the walls out for elevated.
That's how we found that one
Passages.
passage. Yeah.
But we haven't been looking for that, so we should probably go back and start looking back the way we
only
came.
went partway along that passage before.
Do you want to
we-
start in this grotto first? You haven't really looked
Yeah.
in the grotto. You didn't search. You saw some things, but
Okay.
And look up around the grotto then, since we've kind of done a circle.
oh, Quintus goes over by the water. A perfect opportunity for that giant serpent to leap out and get him. I love it. I'm just kidding, though. That's not what happens. So eventually,
We fucked it up pretty bad. So
yeah, you did fuck up pretty bad. That's true. So what you do find, Belka finds, it looks like there's a small vent or chute that is coming off of this chamber. That is a fairly difficult climb. So you're not under any pressure though, because whatever's happening must be enough to like take the whole rest of the caves, that they're all elsewhere. You can still hear them shouting and making a lot of stuff is happening.
Okay. Well, I have a silk rope, so I can climb up and lower it down for people. That's a way out. Oh, is that what right here?
Yeah, you just see how I opened it up?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
So I have to climb up there, or
Yeah, but I'm
You're
gonna.
rope?
You're gonna be able to do it, because like I say, you're not under any pressure or anything, and
yeah.
I guess
Okay.
unless
I can lower
go
the
ahead
rope
and
down,
roll,
too.
and as long as you don't have a critical failure, we're okay. I just jinxed you like a
I know.
announcer at the
Athletics and
football
acrobatics,
game.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I
the
don't,
same.
whichever one.
Succeeded.
All right, yeah. So you go up there, you drop the rope. The entirety of the group makes their way out.
Nice.
All right, good work.
So we'd gotten to the end and we didn't even know it.
It's not the end. It's
No,
just
but I know the end of the
a different
game.
beginning, different beginnings.
Yeah,
end.
I know.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. So you guys can easily put out your torches.
Yeah.
What do we see when we're up here? Nothing. So weird. Everything was working perfect, and now it's not. Let's see if this happens. This is supposed to be daylight out here. What's happening?
Nighttime.
So the first thing you start to notice... Ooh, can you see?
We're still on the same map if you're trying to change us.
Well, this is the same map. Isn't that interesting? So you guys have crawled out of a chute and have found yourself partially up the sinkhole on a narrow ledge. And you can look down over, like the waterfalls are falling to either side of you. And down below, you can see there are some more of these serpent men. And you can see you're above the tunnel that you were likely taken into. Oh, and I meant to mention this. So there was a woman who was captive with you. So someone who was here for quite a while, like say Magda, maybe you've been here the longest for whatever reason. There was another woman, and you can see her corpse down here, hanging from some chains, and it looks like her body has nearly been bitten in half. But on the isthmus resting are some crazy-looking creatures that can only be somehow related to those that you had seen before inside. But like you are perched, like water is kind of all over the place. It was kind of running over the front of it, so you're almost kind of in the midst of a large split waterfall, and the exit to the surface out of the sinkhole itself is probably, I'm going to roll randomly here, 55 feet above you. So you're 45 feet off the ground.
You want me to climb up and
Well, do those critters
get out of
have
there?
do those critters have any apparent missile weapons?
They don't seem to have noticed you at this point. I'm trying to get you out of the area there. They don't seem to have noticed you because, like I say, you're up on the cliff face and water is pouring around you. If you've ever been to a large waterfall, it's just not perfect. You know, they split off and they're falling all over the place. And there's also this mist that is like brought up by the water, cascading into the water, into the pools below. Oh, but you can see even beyond that, the sky looks like electrical energy is coruscating and coursing across the sky and making a massive crackle. It's just like, and it's just like constant, like maybe lightning or like energy flying off of a Tesla coil. But it all seems to be coming from from the southeast and kind of pushing towards the west or northwest. And you can notice a temperature change, even though you're in the jungle before and you're in the cold water that's coming off this waterfall. It just feels warmer. So something significant has certainly happened in the Suurat Jungle.
All right. Do the lizards below have any spears, javelins, bows?
Let me see. So the two in the front there, they have the bodies of humans, but like the upper torso, shoulders and above of like some sort of snake. The other person to the left of the large cobra-headed guy looks like his whole body looks normal except for like his face. But the other one is massive. It's easily like 20 feet long, and it has a serpent body. The entire thing is a serpent body, but he has arms. We'll see here. Make a luck check, Quintus. So just roll a luck straight up.
Failure.
So yes, some of the guys indeed have missile weapons.
All right, so I think the rest of us should hide out a little bit, and we'll send Belka up with the rope.
Yep. Okay, Belka. So as you turn your attention to scaling the cliff face, you see over this way, past this pool, it looks like there is a way. There's like a cut back stairs, and so there's two different levels where the stairs go to, and then there's a landing, and then they cut back, and then there's a landing. So, but it's easily 100 feet away from you. Yeah. So you can either go up, or you can go. I mean, you can go anywhere you want, but I just wanted to let you know that those were there.
So probably best would go up. We want to get out of here, right? And then go up and then across.
So it is wet, and it's water everywhere, and you're almost like trying to climb up a cliff face in a waterfall. So it's going to be a difficult task to ascend. So I think a failure means you don't get anywhere. Success will give you a 2d10, and a great success will give you 4d10 feet up, and we're trying to get 55 feet. So each time something happens, there's an opportunity for them to notice you, right? So that's why there's stress involved.
Okay. So I mean, I have stealth if I can use that, and then as well as athletics or acrobatics, whatever you want me to.
I don't really think you have to be too stealthy because, like I say, water is falling around you. It's only like if you probably fail or if they just happen to look up or something like that.
Well, I'll tie the rope to me just in case.
Okay. And, someone else holding the rope then?
Quintus will be crouching down on the shelf, sort of ready to react to a fall.
What's Magda doing?
At the moment, I guess waiting and seeing.
Okay.
I'll grab a rock. Maybe I can throw a rock at them.
Definitely a rock here. No luck check needed. Arna?
Yeah, looking around for any projectiles as well. And
So
then
none of you guys grab bows or missile weapons?
I have a javelin.
No.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I guess, Carl, it's up to see what Belka can do here.
Yep. Okay. So acrobatics. Okay. Or athletics.
I don't care either one. You choose.
Okay. We're going to re-roll that.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Success.
Normal success.
So roll 2d10. 11. All right, so you're 44 feet from the surface. And I'm going to make a single check. All right. It doesn't appear that anyone's noticed. Quintus is crouched down, holding the rope. Arna and Magda are peering over the edge, hoping against hope that... all right. Nothing untoward occurs at this situation. Go ahead and roll again. I'm trying to add some tension here. We probably need some tension music, don't we?
Oh, come on.
Ooh, a terrible failure. Are you keeping it?
No, if I can re-roll it, I'm gonna use my last re-roll to
All right.
not have that.
All right,
Regular.
just a failure. All right,
Okay.
so
Great for combat. 19 and 20.
a 7. All right, so one of the guys shouts out, "Eloise!" points up, and the people are like, what the hell's going on here? The captives! One of them shouts out. You guys can barely hear it over the roar of the water. And one guy orders one to do something, and you see he goes running into the cave. Does anyone want to do anything to interpose him from running into the cave?
I'll throw a rock down at him.
Do it.
Hopefully.
Roll a d20, modify, and you can use a dex modified by your dex bonus.
I'll take one as well.
Go ahead. That's a miss. So you got to start pelting rocks. Pew, pew, pew. Misses. Do you want to give up the rope for the moment, Quintus? As they say, like it's like that scene
Sure.
in Helm's
He's
Deep.
He's not very far up, and I will huck a javelin at him.
Okay. Oh. Do you want to?
Oh, nice.
Do you? So that hits and does damage. Do you want to add an exploit onto that? So like maybe it kills him to be a major exploit, which is going to involve a luck check, or maybe like slows him down and he doesn't get all the way there. Or do you want to do? Because you can
Sure.
use...
Let's hit him in the leg to slow him down.
All right. So that seems like a dex roll. Make a dex check. If you succeed, then that's where it hit. If you fail, then you just don't get to do any more. All right. So yeah. So comes down and slices into his leg, and he is momentarily immobilized, holding his leg there.
Nice shot.
All right, so why don't you roll again, Carl?
Okay.
Let me see if I can find the skinks. Oh, this guy isn't a skink.
Success. Okay, getting there.
Nice.
He is a harask. All right.
So another 2d10, I guess.
Yep.
Ah, come on.
What'd you get?
5.
Oh, that wasn't very good. So you're at 39 feet. All right, so how many points of damage did you do? 3?
Yes.
This guy is wounded pretty bad. All right, so these guys start to unlimber their weapons to try and maybe strike back. You guys are gonna get almost full cover because you're up above, right? The only time that they can really shoot you is if they throw something down or if they shoot at Belka. Okay. So one of these guys has a bow. All right. So that was that round. So this guy tries to crawl forward, shouting as the energy is crackling above the sky. You can see it even past the droplets of water that are cascading through the mist from the waterfall around you. What do the rest of you guys do in this round? Throwing more rocks or?
So it's not apparent how many javelins I have. Is it just one?
Roll a d6 for 1 to 3 javelins. Just one. We'll say one more. We'll say yeah,
right.
other.
Okay, so the guys with the bows, both of these guys have bows down
Just
here?
one of them.
Okay, I'm going to throw it at the guy that has the bow.
All right, so let's try and calculate the hypotenuse here. So you're 45 from him and you're 45 feet, or you're 55 feet up. So I think that would be half. So you're at about 60 to 70 feet.
Okay.
What range is that?
Javelin range is 70.
All right, so I think you're short.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Quintus. Quintus rises up, nicks this guy with a javelin. Another nice, fine throw. What are Magda and Arna doing? You guys could like pick up a bigger rock together. He's almost right below you. You could leap down there. You could, try to get more cover. Are you climbing along the wall there?
Yeah, I was going to move over and try and position myself above him. So if he passes under, I'm going to drop right on top of him.
All right, so make an athletics or acrobatics check for that climb. Same stakes. Terrible failure is bad. Success good. Great success better. All right, yeah. So you easily make your way over there. How far over Kustash? I was guessing like about a 73, but I was just making it up in my head, so I don't know for sure. I should have known someone would check my math on that hypotenuse angle. All right, Arna? Arna already went. What about Magda? What's Magda doing, Dave?
I'll move over, see if I can find an overhanging rock, and brace my feet against it to drop it on him as he comes through.
Yeah, so 71.06 on that. So I know my math humor. You guys know what they call a bathroom on an airplane?
No, what?
Hypotenuse.
I like it. It's going on my list of dad jokes.
All right. You want one more?
Sure.
You know what they call a crocodile in a sleeveless jacket?
Yeah.
Investigator. Hey, you even laughed. That's the most laughing I've got out of this entire session. I should have just done more dad jokes. All right. So Magda, if you're gonna try, because there's no ledge where you guys are. You guys are going out over top. You could easily drop something from the ledge if you stay over there. But out here, you're gonna have to make an athletics check to not fall. I don't really know if or acrobatics if you prefer.
That's good. That's a success.
All right, nice. So I think you find something. So why don't you go ahead and attack with this rock that you're kicking off the wall? Oh, yeah. So
21 to hit.
why don't you describe what happens to this dude as he's low crawling with a javelin through his leg when this rock smashes into him?
Yeah, his crawling into the opening, looking up, trying to avoid Anna, and doesn't see the rock coming point down. Smack him in the top of the head, hitting his
Crunches
head to the floor.
in a bony, bloody cranial mess. All right, Carl.
Outwit.
All right, keep climbing. How much more do I need? Shoot.
You're at 39. You're 39 feet down. So a great success. You could get there.
2d10 more though.
Yep, 2d10. Ooh,
13,
13, good
better.
one. 26 feet. So you're halfway there. All right, so these guys are not liking the situation. You seem to have created like an area, but they can either flee or they can go into the cover of the cave. And so the large creature seems to be the one in charge. So they all slither forward under the hailing fire of one of their companions, who moves up, fires an arrow at one at Magda. Hits nearby, and the others are trying to flee through, but either Magda or Arna, you guys can interpose and leap down there if you want to interpose from them getting in. So you can go after the big guy. Like I said, he's like 12 feet long. Or
I
you
think
can
that
go
we
on
let
the-
him go because that tunnel is very restricted, and we can maybe keep them at bay while the rest of us are trying to get out.
All right, so you guys let them go.
Arna looks disappointed,
I mean,
but
Jumping down there is not very smart.
It's not helpful.
I would give you an advance if you don't die. How's that sound? But I can tell you that
45-foot drop, and then
I know everyone.
Skinks can eat.
I know everyone loves to hear about the last people that played this adventure, but 2 characters died in this Skinkhole, jumping down, trying to do stuff, and they rolled terrible failures and died. So I'm glad to see that wisdom overrides courage in this instance. All right, nice. So I guess I don't think you got to do anything, Quintus, or you're all out of javelins. Did you want to do anything?
All out of javelins. So I'm just maybe looking to see if I can see any handholds or a better route, since his vision is probably more focused right in front of him.
Are you thinking about climbing up?
No, I'm just sort of pointing, maybe communicating. To
Okay.
I
I
see
like
a
it.
handhold or whatever.
Sure. Why don't you Do you have a skill that you think would help with this? Like you could do detection maybe, or wilderness lore, or something like that. And then if
Detection is probably the best.
all right, detection, and if you succeed, then we'll give your choice, either advantage on his roll or an extra
mind.
D10. Oh, you failed.
Terrible failure.
All right.
Maybe I give him wrong information. I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh no, I won't do that. Go ahead, Carl.
Or climb up. Yay.
Success, 2D10. Ooh, a 15. You're almost guaranteed success the next round. So this guy's going to shoot an arrow, though, at 3. 1, 2, 3. It's Magda. So here comes an arrow. If you get hit on here, you're going to have to make an athletics check to stay on the wall. An 11. That would be a 13. So no dex bonus.
Yeah, it'd be a 15 to hit. So.
All right, so it just deflects off of Magda's armor. No pain, no gain, no harm, no foul. And this guy, seeing that he's not a very good shot and he can't pick people off, flees into the tunnel. If nobody else wants to do anything, why don't you go ahead and roll, Belka?
Okay. All right. Success.
Nice, 2d10.
Fine.
All right, perfect. So
Sure.
close enough. So the rest of he finds a place to seal that area off. Congratulations, everyone gets an advance for getting out of the sinkhole. Good work. So that's the cliff face. This is kind of the water coming down. And this is where you guys find yourselves. You're certain something's happening, but now the sky is even stranger. It's just like a baleful orange, yellowish, and occasional green streaks of energy just crackling along. It almost seems like it might be in a line. The sky was full at first, but it's kind of like narrowed almost into a circular band or line that seems to be arcing from the southeast towards the northwest. Does it make sense to you guys? Can you kind of picture what's happening?
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you over to the area map. Let me find where the Skinkhole is. So this would be the hex crawl portion. Well, you don't have a ton of time, but I'll at least show you the map of what I had in mind, or if we ever wanted to try to do this again. So what I've done is I've created a 144, so a 12 by 12 hex map that I dropped inside the Suurat Jungle. And then in every hex, I filled out the hex with stuff in every hex like you would. So these are 6 mile hexes that we're looking at. I just got to figure out where it is. And I'm probably going to publish this. I'll put you guys as play testers if you want to send me like what name that you want in here. If you guys think it's worth publishing, we'll talk about that here at the end. So F6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, this is the spot. All right, so I'll move you guys over to the map. All right, so you can't see much, but you can see, you have to zoom in, that it's a hex map, and that's where the party is at the Skinkhole. So this is a 6 mile hex. So I usually 1 to 3 things I've placed in every hex, with the possibility of dynamically adding more is the idea. So we'll say it's morning when you guys get out of here, and possibly they are rallying for an attack, possibly not. Where do you want to go? So you can move 1 hex a day in the jungle.
Can we orient ourselves with the sun and I guess figure out where we came from and where we might have been going?
So I will give you a wilderness lore at you need a great success because there is jungle foliage all around above you. You can kind of see the band of energy flashing through. You can see some hills to the northeast and a mountain to the southwest.
Okay. I only have general lore. Did someone else have wilderness lore?
You can still do it if you don't have wilderness lore. You can still do it. It's
As
a
general lore.
no. Just make like
D20?
wisdom. Make a wisdom test. So like if you don't have the skill, you don't have a 1 and you can't use a reroll on it. Is all.
Okay.
So you don't do it. Yeah, you can use a reroll. All right, a success. Okay, so you're pretty sure that you came from the west and we're headed east. The trackless moors lie to the north somewhere. And basically by looking around, you would think that the original ambush point was maybe 10 or 12 miles to the northwest.
If it's all right with you, gents, I'd like to head back that way. My sister Larky's still out there somewhere. She wasn't a prisoner with us, and I'd like to see if we can, maybe if she's near the ambush site.
Sure.
So yeah, the energy
good.
seems to be
Good
coming
place to
from the southeast and headed like towards the west somewhere. All right. So you can go ahead and move the token whichever direction you want. 1 hex. And then I'm going to roll. So LFG has so you can see that there's a tent there. So that's actually in the same place. So it has like this kind of overland travel. Oh, this is where we get to find what that other roll was earlier too. We'll do the weather.
Mm.
Oh, all right. Let's see. So it seems cold and cloudy and windy than it should be. I think it was you, Eric, that rolled this roll on your initial roll. So roll a d12.
Hear about the 5 from before?
What's that?
Oh, no, it's good. We're good.
All right. So as you guys come up and you start to move, it starts to rain. So some rain has occurred, and it's kind of a colder rain than you would expect in the jungle. It's not what you experienced in the last few weeks that you've been out here. So there is definitely something going on. Maybe it's that energy, maybe not. Where are we at? E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, E6. Let's see what there is here. All right, fun. All right, so now I want, I don't think you've made a roll for a while, David. Why don't you roll a D20? An 11.
11.
So this is the overland events table. All right. Fortunately for you, a random encounter occurs. So I was joking about the fortunate part, if you're wondering. Could be good, could be bad. We'll see. So this is the Suurat Jungle. So we have specific encounter areas here in this jungle in the Midlands book. So by region. And we are in the Suurat Jungle. So roll, that was David. Why don't you roll a D20 for me, Michael?
All right. 14.
14. All right, fun. Let's see. Another table. I could have made some of the rolls ahead of time, and I do that, but not always. So, Carl, roll 2d6.
8.
An 8. So as you guys are making your way away from the stream that led to the waterfall that went to the Skinkhole, you're traveling through some heavier jungle. And as you're moving forward, Eric, make a detection roll. A failure.
Nope.
All right. So you're traveling along, trying to cut your way through the jungle, and you find yourself amongst some towering kapok trees. And almost at the same time, you realize you have wandered into a lair of some giant apes. All right, so there's only 10 minutes left in the game. So basically, I think this will be the cliffhanger. You finally escaped from the Skinkhole, and you found yourself in these towering kapok trees with the heavy foliage. Rain is coming down. It's rolling in the back of rivulets under your armor. And as you're looking around, that's when you hear, "Hoo, hoo, hoo," and some ape jumps up and starts beating his chest. And that's where we'll fade away. So 10 minutes left. I'm going to move us over to the player huddle. All right, so like I usually at the end of the games, who are the apes albino? Kustash, what do you think? Hey, Murder Hobo Show, welcome to the game. Welcome to the chat. What do you guys think? Are they albino apes or not?
There's one albino.
Oh, one,
Yeah,
the
like
leader,
the
right?
leader.
The leader of the apes is one albino ape, correct. All right, there you go, Kustash. I like it. So I will add a squad of apes in this lair, in this hex that has an albino ape leader. All right, so I like to talk about highs and lows. So if you could each have like one high maybe and one low, something you think that could have gone better or whatever. It could be mechanic-wise or it could be session-wise. It doesn't matter, and we could lead to conversation about the mechanics of the game if you want or whatever. Carl, you want to start?
Yeah, I think the high was like that first battle. It was pretty tough, but I enjoyed it. I mean, it was kind of a running battle, and we started off well by throwing our guard skink into the pit pretty quickly. It was a bummer that my character fell, but hey, he survived the recovery part. So I thought that was really cool. It's crazy that we like started with the hardest thing first, almost.
Well, I mean, it could have got way harder. There's lots of different things inside. There's a whole other chain area, like down that. There's a whole other area that is going on down there to find out maybe what's happening.
Yep.
Did you have any lows?
Not really. I mean, I didn't find any lows. I mean,
Did you like the system? Did you like?
Yeah, I do. I like the system. The only low was like I had first level hit points at third level, but maybe I was injured I was injured or something.
Yeah. Why not? Awesome. All right. Thank you for that, Eric. Do you have anything?
Yeah, I think the high was finding the two-handed sword and actually being able to do stuff in combat after that. And I'm still not sure I understand some of the exploit mechanics and some of the other character abilities. And, that's probably just on me not reading the rules very carefully.
Was there like anything that you want me to maybe go over quick or anything like that, or not worth it? Or
I mean, if I'm interested in running this, I just need to read the rules more. So
okay, awesome, Dave.
Or play in another game, So
Yeah, Dave.
I like the reroll mechanic. It's not like you get an out for every failed roll you have. That is a limited resource, and I like that.
I like that.
But also, you're not screwed the first time you make a bad roll either. So I think that works quite well. With the downside, yeah, I think it's not a game you can really pick up cold. I think
Kind of fiddly.
it probably it's like once it gets going, it's great, but maybe a 2 or 3 page quick start.
That's what the first 20 minutes was.
Would be great.
Any lows? Maybe that is the low, that it's kind of fiddly and hard to.
I think that is the low. It's not something you can pick up from the get go, which is fair enough. Most RPGs aren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be. I suppose one of my big bugbears with RPGs as well is finding things in manuals, particularly stuff that you use all the time. 5e is horrible for it. Trying to find anything in the index in the player's handbook, and this this isn't as bad, but
Yeah, it has an index and a table of contents, but I still
it does.
lose stuff all the time for sure.
Yeah, and particularly with PDF. I mean, it's easier with a physical book, but yeah, with PDFs, trying to search through and find things. You can do a string search, and that helps. But like you're looking up that rescue exploit, I couldn't just go like search directly for the rescue exploit. There were like 37 instances or something ridiculous like that, and I had to scroll through. But yeah, that's fairly minor as things go.
But I mean, it's still legitimate, so I like that. What about you,
Are
Mike?
there rules in Roll20 that you could link character sheet to for things like that?
I don't know. Is that something that someone had to pay for to do that compendium wise?
Potentially. I mean, in Foundry with the
Yes.
game systems, there's usually SRD stuff.
Yes, and
You know.
there is a Foundry thing that a guy made for Foundry for LFG that's really quite good. For sure. I have Foundry. I just haven't done it yet. I just have because I have 5,000 hours on Roll20, so I'm just used to using Roll20. It still changes a lot, so that's why maybe I don't always know where everything is. But and I kind of took like a 6-8 month hiatus there of running games through the middle of 2021. So I'm still not. I haven't run a lot of LFG since then. So, Michael, what about you? You got any highs and lows?
Yeah, I really like some of the mechanics, like the initiative and the even though we didn't use them at first to save Valka, the rescue mechanics. I like how all of that works. It makes it feel like we can intercede at certain points, and things felt dynamic as we're moving through each round. And I like the exploits, how they played it. I do think that I need to learn a bit more about those to get the most out of them, but I do like that part. It feels a lot like the tricks in Savage Worlds, get the extra effects and things like that, do fun stuff. Also, the mighty deeds in DCC. My only low was my dice being really cold in the beginning, but that's the nature of the beast. So
Yeah, if dice is the biggest thing we have to complain about in a particular game session,
Not a bad thing.
yeah, that's pretty good, really. All right, so I want to thank all the BSers here for playing in the game. Thank you guys for filling it up. You guys did great. It was super fun. I really liked being able to show you guys some different mechanics, like the advancements and just how the overland events. So like in the overland events, it's not always in their random encounter table. It's not always a monster. Like there's things that could happen. Like you could find stuff. You could take like an opportunity to do world building, which like allows a character or a player to come up with something. And if people like it, and then they'll usually give you an advancement for something like that. So that's why I kind of say it has this feeling. It feels kind of old school, but at the same time, it has narrative control that's given to the players, which is anti old school in a lot of old school games, in my opinion. So it was fun to get an opportunity to do that. And I always like helping out any BSers by running games. I should say that I do have a West Marches open table Midlands game that I run on my server. It is it's a tier on my Patreon. So if you guys ever want to play, you can play these characters, you can finish this off, or maybe sometime if we all got together and we wanted to do it, or like maybe at another BSer Con, we could redo it or whatever. But I mean, it's just a one shot really. So I'm fine. I'm pretty happy with how it started and ended. It might have been nice.
We did escape. We escaped the sinkhole.
Yeah, you guys got out of there.
Only to run into a pod of apes.
Yeah. So I thought that was really cool. But does anyone else have anything they want to pimp or add before we stick a fork in this game?
When Sean does another BSer Con, if you're out there, check it out because we're having a lot of fun this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool. How do you able to sign up for games? That's what I would like to do at some point. Now that I kind of have a feel for it.
Well, did you go to the tabletop events thing or no?
Yeah, I went through tabletop. I guess
Yes.
I learned about it. I learned
Too
about
late.
it from Hobbs.
Yeah, but I gave you
from
time.
Hobbs.
It was before games were ended. You could submit events still. But anyway, that's the way to go. You kind of got to hang out at the server. We were talking last night. We were wondering how many people that actually came to the Gaming and BS server would hang around and become part of the community from the con. So yeah, you might be one
Yeah,
of
I
those
mean,
people.
Sean tweeted about it. I think there was some cross-platform Discord stuff. So,
Yeah, I put it in quite a few Discords, and that I
And
put
I
it in
got-
Carl's Discord.
and I don't know about tabletop events because this is only the third time I've used it. Maybe you can set up a notification for another BSer Con too. So,
He's talking about maybe doing more than one a year. I would say
Yeah.
not to do that personally, but he's talking about doing it.
you should just make it smaller too, though. So,
Yeah. So Carl, we should say Carl has his own podcast. It's called GMologist Presents. It's on Anchor or any podcast thing. And obviously I have podcasts.
That's the best on.
What?
It does it best on Apple. I have the most listens from Apple, which is kind of cool.
Oh, cool. I also have a podcast called Hobbs and Friends or Random Screed. Or, as always, you can find me on my YouTube channel or Twitch here at Hobbs665. We're going to give it away at the next Kalmata game. So whenever you guys see the Kalmata thing show up, that's where we'll give this away. Otherwise, I am going to turn off this music.
all right, thanks, man. That was great.
All right, I am going
That's
to
really fun.
play the music here, and you guys can leave if you want to, but
All
I'm
right.
just shutting off the channel.
I might head off and get some sleep.
I know,
Thanks,
man.
man.
You're like it's like 4 a.m. for you.
Yep. Great playing.
Yeah, great. See ya.
Thanks for running, Marshall. A lot of fun.
Thanks for running, Hobbs.
Lost in a gutter, baby. Lost in a gutter, baby.